Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing today? I completely fucked up the new intro that I was going to do. Uh, wow, I'm already fucking this up right from step one. Welcome to the Tuxii Talk show. I've got two guests with me today, this black guy LOL and overrated 1501. Should probably unmute them. How are you guys doing today?
Hey, yo.
Yo, what is up? Doing great. Great.
Oh,
So,
smooth. That's smooth. I like what you did there.
this is my first attempt at doing a podcast, and I chose for I vetted who I wanted to have for a while, and I decided to do one streamer who's got over 1,000 views, which brought in this black guy, and brought in overrated 1501 as my smaller streamer. So today we're going to be talking about just kind of different aspects of streaming, as well as what built people up to what they are and what people are looking forward to, as well as trying to help people who are new streamers. And at some point, we will also open the floor to the viewers to ask questions as well. So first of all, thank you, chat, for joining us. None of this is possible without any of you guys coming in to support all of us in this. So if you haven't given either of these guys a follow, go ahead and do that. Their usernames are in the stream title. So
Yo.
without further ado, let's get this started. TBG, if you want to give a moment to just kind of say something about yourself.
Y'all already know about me. Y'all know what I do, who I am. I am this black guy, LOL, variety streamer. And I would like to say I'm chill, but it's up to you. Just come on in, enjoy the fails. You know what I'm saying?
And overrated, a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm new at this, and we're having a lot of fun. We're T-posing most of the time. And we just play a bunch of random video games, and we just vibe. That's pretty much all we can say about ourselves.
Right.
And as anyone here is aware, I am Tuxii D. I am also a variety streamer. I apparently have a radio voice. And yeah.
You do.
Apparently.
Apparently. Oh, well, let's see what we can do with this. So, one of the first topics we're going to go on to today is what got you guys into streaming. Everyone knows that everyone starts somewhere, whether or not their reason being something simple, something complex, something greedy, something outright. So, with you guys, what got you into streaming?
For me, it was always a childhood dream, always to be able to play video games for a living, entertaining people, getting paid for it, all that stuff. Like I had that dream since I was 9. And with the coronavirus hitting and everything else, I was like, now's my chance to try something new. And the first couple of days I actually started streaming, it was like, all right, I'm going to get paid soon. And then that changed immediately quickly. And now it's at the point where it really is just hanging out and playing video games and having an excuse to do so with all, like, with it started off with my friends and now it's starting to actually split internationally. So that's why I do what I do is meeting new people, hanging out, getting new experiences, and just entertaining people, honestly.
Rated?
Yeah, I'd say almost generally the same. It was a childhood thing for me. It's the idea of growing up in the 2010s, and seeing all the small YouTubers going on the rise, and you just like as coming from playing video games all the time, you enjoy the idea of playing video games, and so it becomes like this passion and this dream you want to accomplish. And now that you see all these people on the rise, you see it as like this. You can see somebody as an idol. I want to be like this person one day. And now that I have the opportunity to, I mean, I do it on my spare time, which most of the time consists of every day after work, and it's great. We meet new people. We all connect over the same hobbies, and that's just video games on its own. But you don't only learn your small connections. It's more of like you got to know a little bit about everybody. Everyone comes from a different demographic, and like you're Canadian, Tuxie, and then TBG is in Vegas, so we're all like separated, but we all are somewhat together through video games. And I think that's the most amazing part about it, is that you could just there's always going to be somebody to connect with you on here, and it's going to be just a cool, great, genuine time, whether it be with friends or people you meet that come along the way. And I think
Most
that's what I love about streaming.
most definitely.
Right?
Like I got into streaming for pretty much the same reasons. I had my time off with COVID, and I put it off, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna see what happens. And I started streaming on my PS4 with the integrated streaming encoder that they had, and I got streaming for 3 days before I got called back to work. And I kind of kept up with it. I did the same thing you did. I did it in my free time, and I still do it in my free time. And noticed that I was getting a growing fan base, not necessarily a fan base, but like growing viewer count, and making all these connections. And I'm like, even if I wanted to quit, I felt like if I went and said, hey, tomorrow I'm going to stop streaming, I'd have like 10 to 15 people in my Discord DMs going, the fuck you are.
It's an amazing feeling though, like, because anytime I say I have news or I'm gonna stop for a while, like I actually see people like, no, what the hell do you mean? I'm like, it's just a break. It's just a break. Like, there are so many people who push and want to keep us pushing and keep us moving. And I that's one of those things that actually is inspiring to keep us going. And honestly, because I created this stream with one intention, which was just entertainment, and then it turned into an oasis to get away from the rest of the world's bullshit. Like, us streaming definitely is helping people getting away from everyday nonsense. Like, they don't turn on the news, they don't have to worry about like all the other shit that's going on. It's really, really a good thing. You got Fire Phoenix in here who can talk his shit freely, and ain't nobody gonna yell at him for it. Well, most
I
of the
love
time.
how to like emphasize your points. You're doing like the black man clap. You're just like this and this and this.
Was I really? Holy shit! I didn't realize. Oh, wow.
We're getting a little passionate. That's all.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. Is that every streamer has kind of a different aspect about them. Some people, if like say Fire Phoenix or say Crabs or
Dude.
we'll even throw in the soft there. If they showed up in certain channels, they'd be like, "What's up?" And then 5 minutes later, they'd be like, "Yeah, I got banned in that channel."
Yeah.
But some places be like that. You just got to find where you kind of fit in. So
Right.
with that, how come you guys chose Twitch? Why didn't you go YouTube? Why didn't you go Facebook? Why didn't you go Mixer before it went under? There were several options out there. So what brought you to Twitch as your platform? Was it just kind of what you knew and it's like, I'm going to try here? Did you try in other places and go, no, it didn't work out too well? What brought you to this platform?
Well, Twitch was the place 4 years ago, and I got the name because I was doing For Honor tournaments, and I wanted the homies to see like 4 years ago. And then when I actually did try to stream, it wasn't Twitch that was my first choice. It was Mixer of all things, only because I had the Xbox, only the Xbox, wanted to go ahead and do that. So I used Mixer for a bit, realized that it wasn't going anywhere. And I had my niece, who was a partner in Twitch, by the way, who was giving me advice. She's like, you should just do Twitch. And I'm like, I don't have the equipment for it. She's like, get the equipment for it and go on Twitch. And so tried bits and pieces here, went on the PlayStation, did a stream for Final Fantasy 7 when I first got it. And then I started setting thing up, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use this laptop. I'm gonna see where I go with it. Laptop was shit. Things started off as shit, but I decided to stick with it because, well, shit, it's Twitch.
So does your niece still stream?
She does not. She doesn't like doing it. She did singing streams. Like, she showcased her voice a lot. And then she got tired of it because she just wanted to come on and chill, and everyone expected the same type of thing from her. Like, when are you gonna sing? She's like, I don't want to do that. So she just up and stopped. But she still will coach me from the sidelines, like every so often, or throw a name my way, like go check them out, see if they have any advice for you, or see if they can come in and watch, or anything along those lines.
And
So
what
I
about
have
you,
her
Raiden?
friend. So what?
Um, it was just a platform to be at. I mean, it was. I thought about it for a long while. It wasn't a hard choice to make, but it was more of looking at it from an outside perspective. I mean, Mixer is relatively new and it went under. Um, Facebook gaming is relatively new, and I mean, I don't know anyone who's personally like, hey, I'm watching this guy live stream on Facebook. And YouTube, the way I see it is, if you already have a fan base on a platform established, that's where you're getting most of your viewers from. It's not random people coming along and clicking. As where Twitch, it's just this one congested live streaming platform, and that's all they do. I mean, you obviously have your clips and you can play back on the previous streams, but the majority of the people that are on here watch live streams and they're here for a live, either commentary or walkthrough or just general just chatting. So it wasn't a hard choice to just choose Twitch because it was just established as the top tier live streaming platform, and
Ye-
that's where I'm at.
Yeah, for me, it was a flip of the coin. I was either going to start here. Well, actually, I first started on YouTube. And I did that for probably about a week before I realized absolutely nothing was coming out of it. I didn't have anyone popping in the chat. I didn't have anyone checking it out. I didn't even get like a single follower within that first week. And that kind of like made me go,
I know it's gonna happen. I'm so sorry.
What just fell?
The ring light went top heavy, and I knew it, and I'd never adjusted the legs for it. I'll be right back, guys.
that's all
You
good.
guys, I'll be back.
So yeah, I got into that into the grind on YouTube, and the grind wasn't going anywhere. After a week, I'm like, this is going nowhere. I tried it for a little bit longer after that, and still nothing. So I decided, okay, I needed to change up my platform. I needed to figure out where I wanted to go from there. And my options were either Facebook or Twitch. Now, the issue I had with Facebook was that I was seeing people who were getting put into the algorithm and were like, oh, I was only at 10 followers yesterday. I got dropped in the algorithm. Now I'm at 600. And I'm like, that would be cool. But like a lot of the ones I kept seeing was that people were getting that initial burst and then they're just kind of sticking around that 600. And yeah, Zombie, this is going to be an early stream. It is my first podcast. And I do apologize, chat. We're going to try and integrate talking to you guys as we go. It's just not going to be the main focus of everything. So, hello, fan. Hello, Meme Stealer, Lancer, the overrated gang, the TBG squad. Everybody,
I'm glad
thank
you guys
you
are
again.
here, man.
Thank you again so much for coming in and just kind of listening to us ramble for an hour or two. And so my options were Facebook and Twitch, and Zombie was actually one of the hello Icy, hi. Zombie was like one of the ones where he's like, you should probably stick with Twitch. It's going to give you the most bang for your buck. And so I flipped a coin. I honestly flipped a coin. Heads Twitch, tails Facebook. And
Wow.
yep, I got heads, and now I'm here.
Can we get a shout out for that coin, please?
Of course.
Coin making the best damn decision of your life.
No, right.
This is a shout out to the coin that I'm pretty sure got spent on vape juice.
Second best choice there.
And so then after I got going in and I hit affiliate, I started doing some research on the platforms because the curiosity was always going to be there. It's like, did I make the best decision on a whim? And I found out a few things about each platform that honestly kind of blew me away. One of the biggest things was the coin has a channel. Oh shit, it does too.
Shut up. Really?
Anyways, I watched a video that kind of broke down each platform, and it was pretty much saying that YouTube is a good platform for people who are already established that are putting out their content. You want to sit down in the chair, put on a character, and do your thing for an hour or two, make your videos. That's what you want to do with YouTube. Facebook is good for outsourcing, basically, to make your name a little bit known, but Twitch is about making connections. The only way you're going to grow on Twitch is if you actually give a shit about the people that are talking in your chat. If you don't make friendships, if you don't make the effort, you don't go anywhere in Twitch. And after looking at that and how I was handling things, I realized this was the right option for me, and that coin definitely had my back. So I guess the next question would really be then, obviously streams have had their ups and downs as a larger streamer and as a smaller streamer. One of the biggest issues that I myself have experienced is there's some days where it just felt like it hasn't been going anywhere, where it felt like it would be better to not hit that go live button the next day and just kind of let it die out. Have you guys experienced the same thing?
All the time, every single stream, every time before I go on, every time I'm just sitting here staring at my computer, like I ask myself, is it worth it? Is it going to be worth it? Are people even going to care if I don't go on? Like, I ask this question on a daily basis. Like, I wonder how many people are actually going to stick around. Am I going to actually like fall into four viewers, in which case it's just the diehards, or am I going to actually have a blow up night? Are people, am I going to get new follows? Is anyone really going to give a flying fuck about what I'm doing at the time? Like, I have all of these questions, and then it's also at the point it's like some days I'm feeling really, really low, and it's just, you know what? No one's gonna miss me. I'll just take the day off. And like it just all of a sudden, like every time I go on, and if I even mention something like that, there's like 20 people telling me, boy, I swear on all of Christ and some of Buddha, if you stop streaming, I will dox you. I will find out where you are and I will beat your ass. And I'm like,
So I don't mean to
okay,
interrupt, but I just want to point out right now that even the concept of talking about has already got people going off in the chat going, don't you fucking dare.
for real. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
that's why I continue to do it. Like, I I have this whole ritual where I have to find my center because I'm dealing with a lot of shit in the real world, and it's like to come on and chill, like I have to find that vibe. And I channel, honestly, a lot of y'all. I channel you, Tuxie. I channel you, Overrated, Fire Phoenix, Archangel, even Marcus. I channel everybody. And yes, fan, I didn't forget about y'all. Like I didn't forget about any of y'all. Like I do find my focus when I think about all the times we had, or even me getting slapped in the damn face. It's just like, you know what? I'll take a couple of slaps tonight. Let's go. And I'll hit the start button.
Oh, you got a real threat going on there. Lancer's going to kiss you if you stop streaming.
Yeah, that's him.
Somebody slap this man a hairline. That is
And
amazing.
Icy, if I forgot to call your name, yes, I channel in Icy as well. You see, the funny thing is that Marcus really in here thinking he forgot that I'm a whole ass mod in this bitch. Just let me go ahead and hit that real quick.
And so,
Now I'm
Rated,
go-
I know you're relatively new to streaming, but do you experience the same thing? Like, you say you do it in your spare time, but I know
Well,
it's hard to balance it, so.
right. I don't have it often. It's not something I think about on a daily basis, but it did happen maybe a couple months back when I was still much newer to streaming. I was like maybe 2 months in. I only had like maybe 25 followers and two people watching, and it was just a lot of my life got heavy at the moment, and not heavy but busy. So it slowly just started neglecting the stream. And one day I was like, I want to do this. I need to make time for it, and I'm gonna make time for it. And I got back on it. Obviously, it had been like a month or two. It was dead. The one person who dropped by and would still continuously drop by was the very first person to find me and watch me, and that's my homeboy Zara King. He actually came into the chat earlier today.
Yeah, he's lurking there.
Yeah,
He
if it weren't for
followed
that
me
guy,
36 minutes ago. I was like, damn, someone followed me 2 minutes before I hit go live.
yeah, I told him if he wanted to drop by, here's the, the deeds. Obviously I had friends, and my family that were like, they were like, go ahead, do it, but this guy was like, bro, it's fun watching you. You, for some reason, you're funny. You're entertaining, and it was just seeing him, find me at the very beginning, and then find me at like when I was, you would say, at a low, and still push me to be like, come on, man, you gotta pump something out. And from there, more people dropped by, and the more people that dropped by were the more people were like, dude, you're funny. Just keep on going at it. You're cool. It's a fun place to vibe. And I think it's the thought of, I treat the people who view my stream as I would treat my friends. It's like at the end of the day, we're all vibing together. We're all going to be hanging out together. So if I cut you guys, I feel like I'm giving you guys the short end of the stick. And there's days where I'm tired. I'm genuinely like, I'm sleepy. I'm falling asleep on stream. It happened a couple days ago. I got out of work and I had gotten like 2 hours of sleep that day. And I was like bobbing my head. I was playing Spider-Man, Miles Morales. I had the control in my hands. I'd close my eyes. I wouldn't realize I had them closed for like maybe a couple minutes. And at that point, I was like, everyone was like, it's okay. Just stream the game tomorrow and go to sleep. You're good. You were here. We had a good time. Just come back. And it's just a constant. It's just the idea of having a cool place to come by and vibe and just enjoy the community. It just constantly pulls me in and brings me back.
So just to deviate real quickly here for the chat, the reason that my channel points are so limited right now is because I'm doing the podcast. And as fun as the channel points are, I don't want the more unique ones that I have there to really just kind of interrupt with the flow of things or to ruin the audio quality.
Yeah, can you imagine hearing like drink every time I'm trying to get a point in edgewise? Dear Lord.
Good thing I don't have any of that, and good thing I'm not live in any way.
Stream Loots is on, but it won't pop up on stream.
Oh shoot. I
Yeah.
forgot about that. You should pause that. You really, really should.
I really should.
Also,
Before someone
I
gets
do,
on that shit, I'm gonna go do that right meow.
and then I do want to point something else out too, because overrated, you did remind me of someone who also deserves a very special shout out. Someone actually near and dear to dear and near and dear. I am struggling to me on this platform because I got affiliate. I did Ghost of Tsushima, and I was just looking for something else to play, and I randomly played Fall Guys. Just started streaming it, and I don't know why. It just seemed like a good idea. It was a late night. I was doing it on the meth head hours. Had like two viewers, and didn't mind it. I was just vibing and having fun. And somebody named Sarukia. I mean, that's the name he changed to, but like that's the name I'll remember him for as always. He came in and was just like, "Hey, how's it going?" We had a little bit of a conversation, and then also from Canada, by the way, Tuxie. Um, and he was just like talking and shit like that, and he was like, "You know what? Ordinarily, I would feel bad for leaving, like somebody with a small number view count, but you kept me in my seat for the longest time, and I don't want to leave. You're gonna be big." This was when I was at like I don't know 62 followers, and he was like, "You're gonna blow up one day. Just watch." I was like, "Thank you so much for the kind words." Like one other person said it right before he did, but he came in, made me hydrate a couple of times. Like, all right, I gotta go to school. I hope you blow up, and that was it. This guy said for sure he is definitely going to blow up, and I was like, all right, bet. And he's also the reason I found Wagnus, by the way, because when after I got hit with the Afro raid, he said, "What did I tell you? Didn't I say you were gonna blow up?" And then we were talking about where to raid at, and he was like, "Can I suggest a raid?" And I had the guy the raid button. He's like, "Raid this person, you won't be disappointed." And I was like, "Oh shit, all right." And that's where I met Tuxie. That's where I met a few of y'all as well, just coming on in and hanging out. It's He was definitely one of the like first people that drove me to becoming more. And I haven't seen him on in a long time, and I hope this message gets to you. I hope this message gets to you, Sarukia. Thank you for
So
believing in me, man.
So fun fact, when I started streaming on Mortal Shell. Sick Zombie in the chat there. He's like, hey, you need to check out this game. It's by a small company. It's only like $30. Give it a try. It's Souls-like. I'm like, all right, I'll give it a shot. And I was playing it, and I really enjoyed it, even though it was a very short game. And I'm like, well, I want to see how other people are doing this because I got stuck on a boss. And I'm like, I'm going to go jump into streams, and I'm going to use these streamers as guinea pigs. I'm going to give them ideas that I want to try, let them try it, and see if it works because I'm not going to embarrass myself to myself. And in the process of doing that, that's how I found Wagnus. And now this is going to come as a shock to anyone who's known Wagnus, but he was about 6 or 7 hours into his stream, and he only had 5 viewers.
Wow.
And so I'm like, oh, this guy's got a low amount of viewers. I'm going to go give them a look. I just didn't even look at his followers at the time, and I jumped in and I talked to him. I'm like, hey, how's it going? And you know Wagnus. He loves chatting with people. By the way, can we get a shout out to Wagnus in the chat, please?
On it.
And yeah, I was just talking with him, and he was like really in depth, wanting to talk with who was in his chat and all that. I'm like, this guy has an amazing stream presence, so I gave him a follow. And then like the next day, I went in to follow him, and he had like 45 people in his chat, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? He's like, oh yeah, no, yesterday was a slow day. I'm like, I can see that. And then like a day or two after that is when I went down the raid rabbit hole and found myself in TBG's channel.
And since then, you've been trying to get me to say one thing in the channel, and you know what? I ain't no bitch. It ain't gonna happen.
I came close once, this close. I've been trying to get him to say the audacity of this bitch.
Okay.
And so, sorry, to bring it back into the questions and all that. So with these ruts that we've all experienced, because like I've experienced them too, and zombie actually is a really good factor of why I didn't just give up because, well, it's like I said with when we were talking yesterday about the Yetis and the snowballs. When I told him, like, hey, I'm thinking about getting a Yeti, he just hit me. Like there was no hesitation, there was no words, it was just. And he's like, if you're going to do this, you're going to do this right. And he sat down and he set up this microphone. He helped me with my sound setup. And he's like, good, you need to keep going, bitch. Zombie is in here right now, actually. We haven't seen him for a while because I stream outside of his awake hours now. But he's joined us today.
So, real quick, I don't mean to cut you off, but Zombie, are you next to Tuxie right now? Just asking for a friend.
We already discussed this earlier in the chat. If the slap is happening, it's going to be in the actual stream tonight.
Okay.
I will start it early for the slap.
Okay. Because I got the points, and I'm sitting here just waiting. And for those of you who are out of the know, one of Tuxie's channel point redeems is called Streamer's Revenge, or actually
Redemption Revenge.
Redemption Revenge. Thank you.
Okay.
And that's particularly for streamers. Like if Tuxie comes on, wilding out, being the whole bitch that he want to be sometimes, and then let's just say comes in and redeems like 4 or 5 thunderclaps, I can save those points up and then hit him with one of my redemptions, which I'm pretty sure you all know what it's gonna be. Just throwing that out there.
I fucking wonder. 25K, I do believe. But yeah, so we've all had these ruts. Like I was saying, one of the biggest factors for me was I had people like Zombie. I had people like TBG. I remember once I mentioned to TBG that I was like, I think I might be quitting. And he's like, the fuck you will be.
I remember that.
I mentioned it to Wagnus once, and Wagnus is like, nah, you can't. Like, don't do it. And I just had so many people that helped lift me up in continuing to do with what I'm doing that if I fell into that rut, I don't need to worry about trying to get out of it on my own. Like, I'm still going to try and get out of it on my own because I can't rely on everyone else to do it. But if I make that effort to get out of that rut, I'm going to have everyone else basically reaching in, grabbing me, and yanking me out. And
Right.
it's honestly what's pushed me to keep going so far. Like, TBG, you've only been streaming a few months more than me, and you definitely got that luck factor in with your growth. But as far as it goes, all three of us are growing at roughly the same rate as each other. Like, rated since we started kind of jumping into your channel. We've noticed like you've broken 100. I think you're creeping up on the 150 mark.
Oh, shit.
Have I mean, I thought I was like in the 90s.
I can't remember.
You got me confused. I'm at 99 exact.
Oh,
We're
okay,
close
well,
to breaking the 100.
okay,
Wait
but
for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Someone here hasn't followed you yet, and they'll be like, "I get to be number 100." Wait for it.
meow meow,
I'm
get
waiting
on
on
that shit. But when I first started following you, you were at 54.
You're right.
You had just gotten your affiliate, and so like that was a week ago.
Yeah.
So you gotten almost 50 followers in a week.
Right, which is crazy.
Yeah, and so like you're growing at the same rate that both TBG and I are growing at, and so it's just interesting to kind of see it at 3 different progression periods of streaming. Meow Meow just gave you your 100th.
Oh, did she?
He.
Oh, damn! Thanks. It's one of those things. Like it's fucking crazy. It's just more surreal. So the reactions just kind of like just stuck in my head, but it's pretty like there's only so far a smile can go, and it's most of the time when I'm talking on my chat and enjoying the streams, it's always, but the majority of it's always pulled back. But thank you. That was great.
So yeah, you are now in the triple digits. Enjoy it, boyo.
Oh,
For
it's
real.
we're not stopping there.
Oh no, God no. So yeah, what have you guys done? Like, you know, you obviously mentioned that your chats and your friends basically tell you the fuck you are if you say you want to quit. But what
Right.
else have you guys done to really kind of bring yourselves out of these ruts?
I'd like to think one because generally speaking, you know, as awesome as the communities is and the supportive they are, they're not always there, or maybe you're just not in the mood to hop on Discord and see what's doing down there, or you know, you shun yourself and you shut yourself away from your community and the people, so you kind of just stuck there alone with your thoughts, and you kind of have to figure it out on your own and pull yourself up. But I think the one thing that always pulls me out of a rut or out of a down mood is that there's somebody on Twitch that watches me who I make laugh. And if I can get that one person, you know, to laugh, and if that one laugh will make their day at least 10% better than it was before, and you know, all by all means, that's the goal. You know, that's the goal. Because it's just great to see the community vibing with me, and it's just, you know, it's something I enjoy a lot when the streams and are popping. When recently, a couple days ago, Tuxie, you challenged me to the 1v1. The chat was moving, and I was just so amazed by the chat, and the chat will pull me through, and the focus will start to shift away from the game into the chat because of how social of a bird I am. I will slowly make my way into the chat more than the game, and it's to vibe with everyone and have a good time, because you know, if I, like I said, if I can make that one person laugh, then that's all it takes to make a difference somewhere, and I think that's cool.
I feel like the chat got more heated than you did about me calling you out, and that was just, it was hilarious.
Oh well, yeah, and also my friends were like, "Oh, you let him talk to you like that?" And I was like, I don't take a challenge. You know, I won't back down from it. If I know I can put up a fight, I will fight. But if I know I'm gonna get my ass beat, I might as well not even embarrass myself.
Yeah, I know you heard the story there, TBG, but like I basically jumped into his chat and I'm like, "You eres con leche looking ass, come 1v1 me wet socks."
Yeah, and I look over and I'm like, "What, Tuxie? What? You want a challenge? All right, let me hop on For Honor." I went straight to For Honor. I was just on there in like seconds.
And then he just cleared me for like 5 matches, and then we brought in like 4 or 5 other people, or 3 4 other people, and then I was steamrolling, and it was weird. He's just like, where was this energy like 5 minutes ago? I'm like, I don't know, they're warm-up matches.
Funny because right after that, I saw Overrated come into my chat. I'm like, "Hey, my boy, I finally get to see you face to text on my end." And he was talking about, it's like, "Yeah, I just beat Tuxie in For Honor," and I'm like, I was about to go to Pummel Party. Like, I was trying to get off, and then somebody wanted to play Pummel Party. I'm like, all right, you know what? We can do this. But beforehand, I'm like, oh, you beat Tuxie? So what? You want to come at my neck now? You challenging me? Hold up. My PlayStation's on already. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, it was fun. That actually like brought me back to life.
It
And
was a lot of fun. It humbled me down.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
not.
so
like, you say you don't want to be embarrassed, and I'm like, and then you come after me.
No, I thought it would be fun, and I knew there was a chance I'd get my ass handed to me because of the when we were playing in the Dominion match and the Orochi and how you used them against me and how you just took me apart and my strategy and you just disabled everything I did. I was
Right,
done.
right.
So it
so
was a lot of fun.
when it comes to streaming again, sorry, we're going to bring ourselves back on track now.
No, 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 right, right, right.
Uh, the three of us have a unique, we're going to say advantage and also disadvantage, is the fact that we each have minority ethnicities. So obviously, TBG is black. Obviously. Obviously, you're Hispanic, and I myself, I'm Native American. So we're,
Right.
we're very visible minorities. And so, as streamers of color, like, do you feel that's caused any issues for you guys that you weren't really prepared for, or that you're prepared for, but when it happened, you're just like, oh, fuck, I wasn't prepared?
All time. I've been pulled over for riding a bicycle too fast. I've had guns drawn on me for me carrying around a shower curtain rod. I know that shit's going to happen. I mean, going to the grocery store, I'm prepared for shit to happen. It's 2021. I know everyone's saying that racism isn't as big of a deal as it was, but come on. It still surrounds us. But with me, it's either I could retreat and be that sour, bitter black person, but that'd mean I'd be that black guy. Not me. Absolutely not. I am this black guy. I am here and I know that shit's gonna happen. And I've had a couple of attacks. You were there for one of them, Tuxie.
I was.
Definitely. You were there for one of them. And
So was
then,
Zombie, actually.
oh shoot, Zombie was in there, wasn't he? But that was just one of what, three attacks that I've had, quite possibly four that I can't remember. And I just, like I wait for it to happen, and all I'm thinking is the only thing you think is, why are you like this? Why do you function this way? Like, what is your damage? That's the only thing is, wow, you really coming in here. And as Mike Tyson said once upon a time, the problem with online, like with the internet, is people have lost the ability to take accountability. You can type online and say whatever the hell you want without risk of getting punched in the face.
Yeah.
And because of that, it's like some people are gonna come in here with some nut shit. Crabs can even get away with some nut shit. Not with me though, because I live a block away and happen to know exactly how to get into his house. So he doesn't.
The front door?
But he could.
Right.
But it's just more or less I'm prepared for it. I'm prepared for it even if when my son starts to stream, like, and that's when it's really going to be sad because he's going to be exposed to a whole bunch of this nonsense. Luckily, he doesn't read the chat fast enough, and I'm going to be right there as a mod, so he's good. He's good.
It's going to be like that episode of. Now, this is going to be going back a few years, and some of you might not get this reference. Some of you might. I don't care. I'm going to make it anyway. It's like that episode of Fresh Prince of Bel Air when Carlton gets pulled over with Will, and Will is just like, gets out of the car, gets on the hood of the car, and Carlton's like, "But we're upstanding, law-abiding citizens. Why do we have to do this?" And he learned what it was that day. Like it feels like that sometimes.
It really does, and it's like it sucks. The thing that hurts me the most is when it affects my chat. So like they come in, they say that stuff, and people in my chat, because everybody's built different, I have people from all different walks of life. Some people who can handle the superior dark jokes or jokes, whatever the case may be that Crab says. Or I have people who actually come in and they have the PG attitude and they're like, all right, this is just too much. I need you to calm down. Like when that sort of shit is ingrained into what's going on, then like it just it kind of hurts me. I'm here to be that oasis, and then you got these people dragging their COVID covered asses all over my floor, bare assed, mind you. And it's just that's the part that sucks the most. And it's only because I happen to be of a darker skin tone And it just, there's just problems I knew was going to happen. And, we all just have to kind of prepare for it. You come to my channel, shit may just happen.
Well, that
And
kind of
I got to
loops
see this.
around to what we were saying earlier about the different aspects of the platforms where, Twitch is about making friends, YouTube being about already established content, and Facebook being about growing your content. One of the advantages of Twitch is that, you're going to have that guy that comes in and he's going to try and be an asshole. He's going to start dropping his racist comments that aren't jokes. Because, there's people that'll come in and they'll be dropping their racist remarks left, right, and center, but it's joking. Like Gohan is a prime example of that when he's gaming with you. But like, as soon as someone comes in and they start going off on you with a serious intent, most of the time before you even have a chance to react at it, your chat's already going off on them. Not just like your chat, TBG, but like any streamer's chat in general that they've invested time into. And so to turn the board over to Rated, have you experienced anything being a new streamer?
No, not that I can think of. I mean, I'd say the most recent thing, somebody came into my chat and said I could kick your ass. And they directed it towards physically, like I can kick your ass. And I looked over to it and I'm like, okay, I mean you could try, but like I don't know what you want me to say to that. Like good luck, right? I mean I'm not I'm like I mean I'm vibing, so you could try it, but it's really hard to break through the carefreeness of my attitude. Um, yeah, I understand. There's gonna be people that come in and whose sole purpose is gonna be to try to pry and and just push your buttons and try to get the worst out of you and that reaction. But at the end of the day, I mean, you have your community who will either give them the ban hammer and get them the fuck out of there, or they'll just clap back at him. So you kind of have that little exterior shield, barrier while you're focusing on still continuing the stream. They got your back on that end. But I do understand that it's yeah, it sucks, and it's not something I'd like to have in my streams, because it's like we don't need that type of vibe here. We don't need that attitude. And if you want, you can take it elsewhere. I'm pretty sure there's a fucking whole ass stream for toxic chats. You just gotta look for it.
The KKK Center is just down the street.
So something like that. Now I do understand the fine line. It's like, okay, you got your jokes and you got your like actual directed jokes that want towards malice, and with the intent to actually get some sort of reaction or hurtful saying.
Yeah,
There's
it's
that
like
fine line.
It's like people say all the time. It's like there's joking, and then there's when you're being serious about it, and
Right.
you can tell. You can tell when
Right.
someone has gone from I'm joking around with you to get a small rise out of you to I am trying to insult you because of your color.
Right.
I haven't had any experiences as severe as TBG has, and
Right.
after actually being a part of that fiasco, when I set up my Discord, Zombie and I, and one of my other Discord moderators, as well as my longtime partner, Duskada, we set up measures in place to make sure that if a breach like that did happen, that it could be managed and assessed effectively. And like, TBG, thank you for being that scapegoat. I'm sorry it happened, but like you're helping prevent it from happening from others.
I'm not. I was just about to say that was a positive. Like everybody saw what happened and they know it could happen to them. And in which case, like that was a good that came from it. Like I'm hoping it also hardened up a lot of other people too, because overrated. I don't know if we actually did tell you this or if anybody in the chat didn't know about this, but no, the worst that actually happened was somebody came in and created a metric fuck ton of accounts. And they were spoofing the names off of other people in there. If they had an O or an uppercase I or a lowercase L, they would change that one letter to pose as that person and then have them saying the most outlandish thing. Like, to save Tuxie's chat, it's like, yeah, maybe we should kill all those or yeah, fuck niggers. Like it was that sort of thing, right? It was terrible. And drop the band hammer really quick. I'm like, all right, let me stop that. Let me stop that. And like after like, I don't know, 10 rounds with this dude, it got to the point where I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just stop everything for a second. Let's talk about this. The fuck, bro. And he ended up getting the keys to the Discord. started dropping all sorts of manner of bullshit, whether it be racist, whether it be gory, all the way to child porn. Like they were out to destroy, and that was their Thursday afternoon or their Thursday night. Like, I don't get it. But people like that do exist. They are out to try to
Oh,
make
right.
the world burn for no good goddamn reason.
Yeah.
And that instance showed everybody that they exist. So now Tuxie has his Discord completely locked the fuck down,
Right.
which I'm happy for.
Speaking
And
of
I
rated,
suggest that to everybody.
after everything is said and done here, podcasts and all that, feel free to talk to TBG and I, and we'll help you set up yours so like something like that doesn't happen to you too as well. Like,
Right,
like
because
they're
at the moment, my bad. At the moment, I'm manageable. Like I can, I'm still to the point where I'm there to, I'm personally moderating. I'm seeing what's being thrown in there, and it's manageable. But yeah, so it would actually help to have something to prevent a lot of crazy shit like that.
yeah, like, it's basically setting up measures of auto moderation to kind of help with that, and it's definitely like I've had a few people pop in, try and post something, I'll review it, and I'll just be like, yeah, that's not getting through.
Right.
And then just to take a quick segue, why does it look like Siege is throwing out an entire credit card number? Can I get the CVV number too? Can I get that expiration date?
Oh, you're not wrong.
So there's a very good chance, and the fact that he said Noah says hi too, is that Siege is at work and he's watching me on the work computer, and the work computer has a scanner on the side of it, where if you scan something, it'll bring in the product code to bring it up into our system, but it'll
Okay.
autofill whatever line you happen to have the text blinker in.
But he said it's totally not a product code. I believe him.
It looks like a UPC code, honestly. The sequence of 001028 is just
But
seems like
anyways,
something come
yeah,
out.
no,
The last thing I want to say though, the last
forgetting
thing I
to
want to say
switch
though is
tabs.
the last thing I want to say about the whole matter of race is I'm just glad I have a penis because like if I were a woman of color, oh it gets real bad. I have seen it. It is terrible, and I suggest that they stay the hell away from Jackbox and other games like that because that's where they like to prey. Just chatting, Jackbox, and a few other social games. They were like, you know what? Let's go ahead and ruin this person's entire night and let's laugh about it and drink our Corona like some damn Neanderthals.
Coors Banquet.
Oh man, yo, don't look at
Blue
me.
So
ribbon.
then,
No, no.
let's make the topic just a little bit lighter. Then, same topic, different aspect. Do you guys feel like being a streamer of color has ever given you an advantage that you wouldn't have if you were, say, we'll just say you were white? Like, do you have advantages by being black, by being Hispanic, or in my case, Aboriginal, that you don't think you'd have being Caucasian?
And sadly, yes, it has helped me out. I've had people who've been looking for a person of color because they haven't found any on Twitch, and they told me they've been looking for a black person or a black dude that's been streaming that's actually entertaining. I mean, they found a couple, but their whole vibe is, oh dang, hey, thanks for the follow. Yes, and it's like,
Generic deep black guy voice.
yeah, right.
Hey, where's
I
Kaizo?
can't pull that off. But like, or it's like that happens, and I've actually had people tell me that they actually tried to find somebody and they found me and they're like, all right, I like the vibe of this place. I also got rated by Papa Gut. If you guys don't know him, he's huge on TikTok. Apparently, I don't know. I don't go on TikTok all that often, but
Bitch, I've seen
he
the
had a
videos.
huge following. And they were talking about the Black Lives Matter movement, and his chat got really like really they started acting different. They were just all over the place, and they were like, let's raid a black guy, and he looked up somebody and he saw this black guy. They're like, perfect, that's just who we were looking for. And if I wasn't this black guy, I wouldn't have caught that raid. Like if I were just anything else, like I would have probably still been just chilling. Who knows? Like
Let's rate a
that's
black guy. How about this black guy? This black guy works.
yeah,
Literally.
So what about you rated?
exactly.
Like again,
It was
you're a
like an
new
80
streamer.
person raid.
I believe I haven't been far along that line to see it. I have gotten rated a couple times by you guys and other people, but I wouldn't say it's because of me being Hispanic. I think I'm the type of person to just ramble on, and for some odd reason, it's something about me that will just gravitate people. And I haven't experienced it yet, or maybe I haven't been told straightforward to it, and I'm just kind of like it's going over my head. But the way I'm just at right now, I love and I appreciate any sort of help that just comes through. So it's like it's all the same to me. It's just all like a great mass of like you guys are doing me a great solid. Like even from the first person who followed me to the last person who ever followed me, it's just you guys found something in me that you guys liked, and you guys are here to vibe with me, and I'm fucking down for it. I think that's just how I see it. For now, I mean, I haven't gotten that opportunity yet for somebody to be like, let's raid this Hispanic guy. He's eating arroz con leche. Let's get him.
All right. Do you mind if I give you like a little bit of advice though to help your channel grow?
Get a
Sure.
sombrero.
Well, oh my dear sweet Lord in
Oh,
heaven, don't do that. Oh Lord, he's got
no. I don't. You'd think. I have this clown mask though. Would this help?
no.
Yeah.
Where's the
Yeah.
where's the eject button? Where's the eject?
The funny thing about that is the shop that I work at with Siege. There was a Halloween contest 2 years ago, a year ago, year and a half ago, and that is the exact mask that the second place winner was wearing.
What the fuck? That's pretty crazy.
But the advice I'm going to give you, which is also from another streamer, another huge streamer, who came in and completely wrecked my shit apart. Like I'm not talking about in a bad way. Like he broke my ankles, ripped my heart out of my chest, and took off with it, and left $2,000 in my empty chest cavity. Like,
Holy shit.
yeah, he came in and then like he gave me this great piece of advice. There are 3 C's to success in streaming, and that's content, um, consistency, and cocaine. Not really cocaine, but collaboration. Like those three
Ah,
C's will take you far.
right.
But the fact that he said the cocaine, I was like, yes, give me some. Let's go. Because at that point in time, I was ready to do whatever the hell that man said because it was absolutely like
He
that moment in my time like completely transformed me.
I'll
give
get
you
you
just
ready for that
a little.
48-hour stream.
I'll say just give you a little bit of perspective. Is the guy came in, dropped $500, and TBG's like, "Yo, did you make a mistake? Like, was that supposed to be $5 with a decimal, where he's going to do 50 and accidentally hit an extra zero? Like, what's going on?" And he's like, "I don't know. You tell me." And dropped another 500. And
Oh, wow.
TBG was just like blown back by it, and he didn't know how to respond. He was stuttering over his words. There were long periods of silence, and then another message comes and he goes, "Oh, you have a wife and kids. Here, this is for them," and dropped another grand. This man is an accomplished partner.
This man's sponsored by Cash App. This motherfucker is sponsored by money. How do you do that?
Yeah, that's a big one. I mean, it's surreal. Like at the end of the day, if I saw that just shoot in like as I'm playing as a game, I'd honestly, if I was in a game of Warzone, I'd probably just die because it's just you kind of just stuck there. Like, is that happening? Like with the raid, it's the same type of feeling for me. I look over and I'm like, is that happening? Like, is there this many people just shooting by, and then I just see the chat go boom, just boom, and then I'm like, oh shit, I need to like scroll back and focus on what the fuck is going on this end, and I'm already dead.
So speaking of games, then obviously, all three of us are essentially variety streamers.
See?
I mean, I've only seen Rated play Warzone and For Honor, but I feel like there's more in that mix.
Yeah.
Have you guys felt there's been any game that has really kind of just like boosted your stream count, or there's a game that you played that if you didn't play it, you wouldn't be where you are now, or anything like that? Like, is there any game that kind of stands out to what you've achieved or accomplished?
Bloodborne.
Bloodborne?
Bloodborne had to be the game for me. If it weren't for me playing Bloodborne, I wouldn't have met a lot of people like just free. They came in because Bloodborne has such a cult following, and a lot of people, they came in, they try to offer help, they kept asking to come in. I'm like, I can't. I appreciate that. If you want to tell me where to go because I'm lost, and then it also caused for more conversation for people in the chat, and more people got to hang out. Like, it was definitely one of the games that got me to where I am now. Like, I kind of want to revisit it, but I have so many games to play.
And do you really want to reopen that door to frustration?
Did you not see me streaming Getting Over It by Bennett Fodley or whatever the hell's name is?
No.
Boy, I would take playing Bloodborne blindfolded. I would take playing Bloodborne with 7 fingers, and I gradually lose fingers every time I die, then play that game. It is the devil's taint, that game is.
So,
and Stream Raiders. Archangel also point out Stream Raiders is how it's all
I was gonna say we'll get to extensions and outsourcing in a bit here, but Rated, what about you? Is there any games you've played that you're just like, okay, this game has brought me?
It's
people?
For Honor. It's For Honor. As crazy as it sounds, I was astonished by it too. It's just I beforehand I'd play Warzone. I love Warzone. I'm a COD player. I like to play COD. I want to get better. But at the time, my friends all got For Honor, and I was like, well, let's hop on. And we already had the just the 1 or 2 people that would drop by, which was Zara and occasionally he doesn't drop by that often anymore. I'm trying to remember his name. I feel horrible. He hasn't dropped by in a couple minutes. His name's Golem. There you go. It was usually those two, the dynamic duo. They'd always drop by and vibe with me. It also plays GTA. But For Honor, for some odd reason, the community is just small enough where it's like, it's not as saturated to play on. There's only a limited number of people streaming it, and then it's active enough where people are still actually playing the game. So I slowly got people in like the soft. I got people like Matador, Ewigger, and I got people like Stax. He's another guy who drops by my streams. Great dude. And slowly but surely, there was like little progression like that would, just show me that it's something about For Honor that brings people to just watch. And it's awesome. I love the game, but it's not where I want to be at every day.
Right?
I feel that. I was going to say, For Honor is probably definitely the game on my list, too, that would fall into that question. Ever since I switched my logo to the Twitch logo, I've definitely been seeing a bigger increase in my viewers coming in. TBG, you've been with me a lot of the times where someone pops in and they're like, hey, I'm on your team, or hey, I'm on the enemy team, or hey, you're the whole asshole. And I'm like, I know. But like, since I did that, I think I've gotten maybe 10 to 15 followers that have specifically come from For Honor.
And you know what's funny? I sat there and I thought about this like today and last night too. Like after we got off of our phone call last night, or this morning, whatever, I thought about it too. And it's like, damn, me playing For Honor randomly that one time definitely changed a whole lot, because I think it was a 12-hour I was on. And I was like, do y'all want to see the game that got me started on Twitch to begin with? And then I started playing For Honor, and then Tuxie's like, oh, somebody who plays For Honor, I see. Let me go ahead and dust off my sticks really quick. And then he comes in, he's like, I haven't played this game in a while, so take it easy. And it was like a good 30 minutes of me bullying this man.
Yeah.
Like, and then he couldn't talk to me on Discord while playing on the PlayStation at the same time. So every so often we'll hear him say something like, well, son of a bitch. Or, wow, I should have saw that coming. Like, we laughed, all of us. It was amazing. And then next thing you know, Touch is like, because he gave me a story that he had to put it down. he had to put away his gi. It's essentially Tuxie reminded me of Daniel LaRusso, if I say this shit.
Okay.
He put the gi back on when he saw that I put the Cobra Kai sign up. It was just like, all right, time to get back into this. Duskida,
Right.
I'm sorry. I have to bring it back out.
I was
And
getting
somehow
really
she
bad
understood.
for it when I started playing it when it first, because I'm a year one player. But I got completely absorbed into the game. I was playing it for 16, 17, 18 hours at a time. I'd come home from work, I'd sit down, I'd play For Honor, I'd go to bed, I'd get up, I'd play For Honor, I'd turn it off, I'd go to work, I'd get home, I'd play For Honor. And uh, my roommates and Duskida, they were supportive of the fact that I was really enjoying the game, but they were also relentless in their teasing and shit talking about it because I had done it a few times before where a game had completely absorbed my life. And like Fallout 4, for example, I think I have 900 hours into that game.
I
And
need to finish that one.
I got 900 hours into the game before the first year was done. And
Yeah.
it was looking like For Honor was starting to reach that point. And between Duskida and the others just kind of like making fun of me and the fact of how much it was taking up my life, I'm like, okay, I need to put this game up because I will become sweaty at it. And in the entire time I never learned how to faint. But TBG was one of the very first people to realize that I made this example to you the other day. TBG is the type of person that will slowly turn that dial as he's fighting. Whereas with me, you'll fight 5, 6, 7, 8 matches, and you'll feel like, yes, I am better than this person. Then I just grab that dial and go, "What? I wonder what happens if I just."
Make my tweaks. He makes an entire personality switch. It's amazing.
Right. Right. No, I experienced that one when we were actually in the custom match. I was like, where was this energy at when you challenged me beforehand?
And he's like, "Oh yeah, no, I woke up." Actually, at that point, we were fighting, and I beat him. And he's like, "Where was this energy?" I'm like, "Oh shit, sorry, I was talking to Duskida. What just happened?"
Yeah.
Man. It's awesome because when I started playing it and then Tuxie started playing it, I noticed a few other people picking it up. I mean, Marcus in the chat is playing it right now as we speak. And we have not little Meow Meow who's saying like, that he gave up on the game because it was laggy. Ubisoft started getting their shit together with the game though. I mean, they still have their issues, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was in year one, where you would play 20 matches and probably finish about 4 of them.
Okay, so I've got to take a really quick moment because I
Yes.
want to have this on a podcast, and I need to tell the bear story.
Okay, go ahead. Ugh.
So, one of my viewers, and he is probably one of my bigger supporters too, the Fabled Bear. He is a PC For Honor player, and he generally only watches PC For Honor streamers.
Right.
And I was talking with him the other day, and apparently, even out of those guys, he does not watch. Bear's just like, "Where's this energy?" Me fighting Tux. What is happening? Um, so I was talking to Bear the other day when I got some offline matches in with him, and he was talking about how even among his like PC streamers and all that, he's only following a handful of people, and it's not even that. I think he said like, what was it, like 4 or 5 people is what he follows in total and like actively watches. And so the fact that this man has decided that I've caught his attention and I'm worth coming back and watching, like that alone is a huge compliment. But he comes into my stream one day and he's like, "Oh, are you streaming?" And I'm like, "Well, no shit, I'm live right now. Yeah, I'm streaming." He's like, "Oh shit, sorry, I'm a little bit drunk." And he's like, "Oh, so you're playing For Honor?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm playing For Honor." He's like, "Are you playing on PC or console?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm playing on console. I'm playing PS4 with a video capture card right now." He's like, "Oh, well, that sucks. I only usually watch PC For Honor players, so I think I'm a dip." And I'm like, "You know what? I understand that. To each their own. So yeah, I hope you have a good one. I hope to see you around, but if I don't, thanks for dropping by anyways." And then we had this guy in our chat, in my chat. I say our chat because he frequents TBGs as well. His Oof Gaming 1, or is it Oof 1 Gaming?
Gaming one.
Oof Gaming 1. Give him a shout out in the chat there. He's an asshole, but we'll still shout him out. And speaking of him being an asshole, he's like, "Oh, Tuxii's losing followers because he's not playing the Master Race PC." And Bear comes back in. And he's like, "You know what? Just because of that, fuck you. I'm staying." And then we're just kind of chatting while I'm playing and all that. And Oof is on his Oof shit. And he's going, "Well, it doesn't change the fact that you don't have it for PC." And then Bear's like, "Here, hold this." And he just donated the money needed to get the PC copy of For Honor. And he's like, "Fuck you, Oof." And since then, he has been involved with the stream as a player, as a viewer. He's made donations. He helped out with the fundraiser I was doing a little while ago. And actually, now that I've got a full chat here, just so that everyone knows, that fundraiser went amazing. We hit our goal. Sheriff got his surgery. He is back home and he is in recovery. And it looks like he beat this thing.
And I just want to point out that the Bear also beat my ass when we played online. Like I figured would happen. Normally, people that say, "Oh, I could kick your ass 1v1." You know, I get people like Marcus who's going to say that he's training to beat me right now. You got the soft who says he can do it. There's a lot of people that are like, "Oh, yeah, I could probably take this guy." This man is the only person who says, "I could probably beat the shit out of TBG." I felt that when he said that. I'm like, well, shit, all right. And then we go on, and I'm like, I panicked a lot when I fought against him. He was just standing there menacingly. He had that menacing kanji the entire time. I don't know what happened. You could slap my cheeks. Don't threaten me with a good time, meme stealer. But it's like he came in, and I think if we played 9 matches, I may have won 3, maybe. I could be hyperbolic here, but
I believe it was 4-9.
4-9.
4-9 is
Okay.
what he said, because I got live updates about that shit.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, then I did better than I thought. Hot damn.
And then when I fought him, I did. I got 3 out of 7. So like TBG, I did about the same against him, and that is ridiculous. We are going to go on an entire For Honor tier 8 here because all 3 of us are For Honor players, and we've got stories for days. But let's keep let's keep the conversation going here with
Yes.
the opposite end of it. Has there been any games that you guys have felt has made your chat clear out, has made you lose followers, has made you go, "Why, oh why am I playing this?" And I love you,
Bean
Colonel
battle.
Sanders does not count.
No. Oddly enough, I love you, Colonel Sanders. Actually brought in a raid, if you'd believe it or not.
Really?
That's how I met another amazing streamer, Ali Dream On Gaming. She like played that game. She loves that game, and she does a lot of visual novels. And she saw me playing it, and she was like, "Hey, I like this game. I haven't finished it yet, so no spoilers." And she brought her people in, and we've been talking and chilling ever since. But the game that had everyone clear everyone out, I played it for like a total of like 5 or 10 minutes. Is Bean Battle. This game was like $1 or $2 on Steam. Oof recommended it because he controlled my stream for 4 hours, and I was
that
like,
makes sense.
"No, you have to pick something else. You have to dead ass pick something else." But aside from that, though, like games that actually have cleared the room, I don't know. I'd honestly have to say because of the drop in popularity, I'd probably say Fall Guys maybe, but I'm bringing it back. All right, fuck all that. I'm playing Fall Guys again, just not on PC.
So for me, honestly, and Rated, you're going to raise an eyebrow to this. Warzone.
Yeah.
I feel like Warzone is. Whenever I stream Warzone, I've got the same like 2 or 3 people, which are usually in the match with me. You know, it'll be you, it'll be Gohan, it'll be El Lechero, you know.
Right.
But it feels like the popularity that Warzone initially had, and even the Call of Duty games in general, are just you get like that first week when the game first releases, where everyone wants to see the gameplay before they get it themselves, and then it just kind of tapers out. And it feels like if you're not a big streamer, like a partner level streamer, that's streaming the
Right.
game, that it just kind of feels like you're not going to get the views on it. That is just an empty chat, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what that one feels like. It's a fun game, don't get me wrong. And it's like I usually end my streams with it when I know people have been going to bed and things are tapering down and my chat's clearing out anyways. It's like, all right, it's time to crack open a Cold War with the boys.
Yep. That Warzone's the game. I'll be playing for honor. I'll have like 13 viewers. All right, guys. That was the last match. We're gonna move on to Warzone. I'm trying to take that dub. I've been on a slump. I haven't been able to take a dub in a month. We're gonna try to do that. Gone. Gone. Like maybe 2 people. Everyone else is gone. And I'm like, all right, well, I mean, it is what it is. If you're here with me, great. If you're not, I mean, it's okay. I mean, you're here for the For Honor stuff. That's cool. It makes me want to switch my schedule where I have dedicated days for certain games, so then I can address the certain micro audiences within the group of the community. But Warzone's that fucking game.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all. Warzone brings in people for me. Like, I turn on Warzone, but they probably want, like, they don't leave. They're like, oh shit, here we go. More struggles. TBG can't shoot for shit. And then they just jump in and like, this is painful to watch. I'm like, so why are you here?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I don't really get
I'm
this.
gonna rewind just for a second here, just because we were talking about Bear and he responded back to it.
Yes, please read that.
Bear was
touched
like,
me.
I'm all jittery now, LMAO. Thank you guys so much. You guys hold a special place with me in my heart because you guys are super sweet and you really try to interact and take care of your followers. So I think I'm speaking for everyone here that knows you, that we all love you guys and we're glad to have you as our entertainers. And see, that's the sort of thing that's why I keep streaming. You know, I never expected to have a huge follower base when I started. You know, I was expecting, a handful of people, my buddies. I was never expecting to be in a podcast with people that are 2 hours behind me in different time zones, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting people to come and be like, "Oh, you don't have For Honor for PC? Bet, here you go." I wasn't expecting to be able to be like, "Hey, I'm doing a fundraiser for my friend's surgery," and people were like, "All right, bet." And then we raised like, I think it was almost $2,000 from the stream went towards her dog's surgery. Like I never thought I'd be able to get to that point. That was never an end goal or even like a mid goal for what I was doing. I just wanted to come and stream. And now that I'm here, I'm just like, what do?
Right? There's a message that I got, just to rewind like all the way back to the beginning as far as like what picks me up from like my bad days. I'm gonna read a message that I got on Discord. I'm gonna leave them nameless, but this is the message that I read, and I was like, I'm not allowed to stop. I can never stop this. Like, I have to go for the end goal. And it was, before I leave you alone. I'll leave you alone after I say this. I was in the after raid and stayed since the then, and in that short period of time, you became my favorite streamer, bro. I watch your streams instead of Afro because when y'all stream and you helped with the depression. I look forward to your streams wholeheartedly. Hope you succeed, and when I start making some money, I'm gonna start dropping bags on you, bro. Like, I read that and damn, they almost went into tears. I was like, I had no idea I had that effect on people. And seeing shit like what Fabled Bear just said, it was like, shit, I I didn't know. I didn't know you felt that way, man. I'm just thought you were like, yeah, he's an alright guy. That's how I figure everyone would think is, yeah, he's cool. And I go
Right.
based off of that.
And
Very true. Like, sorry, Tuxie. Like the day you guys raided me after we got slammed by you guys in For Honor. The end part of that stream. If you guys were part of that, I was supposed to end my stream at 3:30. That fucking stream went on until I think like 6 a.m. It was, but a good portion of it was just a good, wholesome, down to heart chat with the community, with everyone who had dropped by, and it was an amazing thing. It was nice to see people saying like, "Dude, you're an awesome guy. Like, you made my day. You're entertaining, and that don't stop. Keep on going. You helped me throughout my day today." And it's those little things where it's like, if we can reach that, then that's it. That's the goal. That's just the best part about it. And I never reached the expectation of like, I never thought I'd get people to say that. I just like, I'm gonna hop on Twitch and let's see what happens, what we do. And it's kind of like it's something that pulls you down and like deep down to your core in your heart. You're just kind of like, damn, that hits different, because it's like, you know it's not every day you're like, somebody just comes up to you, you're like, you made my day, man. Like, your content, your attitude, your ambition, your goals make me want to strive for better. You make me want to start streaming, things like that. And those are some things that have been told to me, and I'm just me. Like, I have a couple. I just saw right now we have 105 followers. It's fucking crazy. But at the time we were like, what, 55 followers, maybe 60, and it's like, I'm just me, and I inspired someone, and that's amazing, because I mean, it's just, I never thought I could.
So here's the thing, and I'm going to speak for myself here, but I know TBG kind of has the same thought process that I do. Is that for me, I don't invest my time into someone who I don't think isn't putting themselves into it. If I go into your stream and I see that you're playing a character, you could be funny as shit. You could be amazing at what you're doing. But if it is apparent that you're a character and not you, you've lost my interest. And when it comes to you, Rated, you are being you, and that's why I fully endorse you, and that's why I've got no problem sending my raids to you, being like, hey guys, go check this person out. It's why I brought you into the podcast today. And
Right.
so like, you can expect a lot of the experiences that TBG and I are having to come to you at some point. It's going to be your own stories. You're going to have your own bear, you're going to have your own archangel that'll pop into your chat one day, and you're going to be like, I never expected to meet this person, and they're just going to love you for the sake of who you are and how you're presenting yourself, and they're
Right.
going to end up becoming like an integrated part of your channel. And a month or two down the road, you're going to be like, wow, this person straight up, in my case, it was Bear going, you're not streaming For Honor on PC, I'm a dip. And now I've got Bear who messages me every now and then going, it's like, hey, you doing okay? I haven't seen you in a bit. You were late yesterday. How are things going? Are you doing okay? And it's just like, I don't know what I did to deserve meeting all these people online and getting these friendships and all that, but the fact is that I've got them, and it's just because I am who I am, and you have that exact same energy. So like that's why I will sit here and be like, yeah, go give this guy a follow, go check him out. If you like my content, if you like TBG's content, you're gonna like this guy's content.
Yeah. And I completely appreciate it. Like, that's just something for me, like, again, surreal. The whole thing is just surreal, because I'm just here, I'm just vibing, I'm just chilling, I'm having a good time with the peeps, and I think that's just me. I'm always trying to have a good time.
I don't know. You want to weigh in on that, TBG?
Oh, me? Yeah, honestly, like I do, and like y'all know how I have those feels about like supporting the small streamers, because I've had people who have been streaming for like a year or two and still trying to get affiliate. The shit's hard. Sometimes you get lucky, you get affiliate in a month. I've seen people get affiliate in a week. Kaizo's one who got it in a week because he was a part of the community, and we all know who Kaizo was. And there are some people who still like are struggling to get to where they are. When we met you, Overrated, I was like, all right, cool. He's affiliate. I don't have to work so hard to get this man up here. But
Speaking
no,
of,
honestly, like
can we
there
get
are
a quick
few people
shout out
with like,
to can we get a quick shout out to Why Not Try This Name? He's still missing his average viewers.
why not try this name? I'm on it.
And also, Barrick, welcome to the chat. Hi. You've caught us in the middle of our podcast, so like, I do apologize if we're not as attentive to the chat. We do take our moments here to address you guys, but feel free to stick around.
We're always watching the chat.
Ooh.
You'll see me laughing. I'm taking a break and just laughing for no reason. That would be why. Because it's hard for me not to look at y'all.
I just saw the chat right now, and it says there should be a car Twitch category. That would be lovely for me. I love cars, and if your name's Marcus SI, I'm going to assume you own a Civic SI. So that's just, I had to adjust that one. I love cars with the passion.
Man's
And
whole follow. He might even sub to you now.
Yeah, that's one thing that would be like phenomenal. If they had a car
Got it.
category, you best believe I'll pull my I'll pull my phone from there. I'll just tripod it. My car needs work right now. I just been too lazy to go fix it.
Shit.
But yeah,
So
that'd be great.
all three of us have experiences with console streaming and PC streaming. I haven't done as much PC streaming because, as we discussed yesterday, I've got to upgrade some parts on my computer.
Yeah, you do.
So from going from console streaming to PC streaming or doing both, like what challenges have you guys felt have kind of really just kind of stood there that you've had to overcome while going between the two different gaming sources?
Challenges. I have a Switch. I never actually put it together the Switch yet. So if I'm playing For Honor on on the PC versus the PlayStation, aside from the FPS, the other big deal is that I'm hardwired into the PC. PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, they are all just like, free flowing on the Wi-Fi. So that's one of the challenges. The other challenge I have is I'm using first generation PS4, first generation Xbox One. Don't
The jet engine.
Yep. If you hear me playing the Xbox, you'll know because my microphone is next to the fan of it. So you're like, geez, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But like between the smoothness of that, like, the PC going over there, it's kind of an adjustment period. However, the disadvantage of playing on the PC for me, I should say, is, you know what? Hold on, let me see if I can show you my setup really quick. All right. Moving the mic for just a second. Tangled wires. This is my let me turn the ring off too. So this is my setup, all right? I have my main monitor right there. Hi guys, how you doing? You look up, there's a second monitor, there's a third monitor, and this is what I play on my console games on. This TV right here. Now, keep in mind, 1, 2, and 3. All right. So, let me put this back really quick. If I'm streaming a console game, I could keep the chat on monitor number 1, so I don't have to crack my neck up when I'm talking to y'all, and try to learn how to read from as far as that is. So console games, it's easier for me to interact with the chat because I just quick head turn. And then when I'm playing a PC game, I'm using this monitor number 1, and chat's up on monitor number 3. So I can just do that. And that's like the best I got it. Is the stand hook wait. Yes it is. Yes it is. Thank you for noticing that. But it's honestly like those are the advantages and disadvantages I would have to say. You give up on the smoothness going to console, but for me, I give up the advantage of being able to be face to face and talking to y'all like this.
So what about you, Overrated?
I haven't actually bridged into the conflict of the streaming directly off the PC. As we were talking yesterday, I recently just rebuilt my brand new PC. But I've stuck to the console gaming because that's where my friends are at, and I game with them before I was streaming, and I plan on gaming with them when I'm streaming. You know what I mean? And it's hard when the chat wants to play with me because I also have my friends on the other hand, and it's like the scales are tipping. Like some people are like, "Oh, you're gonna stay on For Honor? Let's play For Honor," and then my friends are like, "We're heading to Warzone," and I'm like, "Fuck!" Like we're playing Jenga here, and like I don't want to pull the wrong brick and then have it all collapse. I don't want my friends to be like, "Damn, you're not gonna play with us," and I don't want the stream to be like, "You're not paying attention to us." And I can't find that healthy balance yet. But as for that, I stick to console gaming for the reason of the audio. I haven't come to figure out Discord and how to process it through Streamlabs and send it through the stream. Gaming and running games and streams and everything on this PC, that's what I built it for. So this one will take it like if it's riding a pony. Like it's not a big deal. I just haven't figured it out. That's the issue.
I'll help you with running your Discord and all that through, like, basically what you're just saying with the Discord, going through your stream and all that, like how I have it set up and how TBG has it set up. We can help you with that after this podcast and all that.
Right. But yeah, that's I think that's about it. Because for a good while, I was streaming right off the PS5 because they pulled through the streaming capabilities right through it. You know, you could stream off of it. You can add overlays now on the PS5. You can add the webcam and everything. Because of the fact that the PS5 didn't come with an audio optical output, I had to get like a splitter for my headset to get a signal through the Elgato to get the signal to output both ways to my headset and through the audio on the capture card. And it took me like a month to figure out that alone. Um, but we got it. We're streaming, you know, and we're pretty set on the PS5 side. Now I have a 3 monitor setup, so I obviously one's playing games, the other two are on the PC. And the way I run it is Streamlabs is right here, closest to my webcam, and I'll run the regular stream over here for any other reasons to keep up with the chat if it's not updating. Um, but I haven't for now. If I do have to hook up the third one, I could, and then I could play the game and then manage stream and stream. But yeah, that's something we're gonna figure out along the way.
All right. Real quick before Tuxie gets back in the moderator mode really fast, I do want to point out that I just read what you said, Marcus, and don't you fucking dare get discouraged, bro. Come on, do you know who the hell you are? You are Marcus motherfucking SI, bro. You get back in there, and then you get in there. You start like looping killers in DBD, start playing your Bimani games again, and start beasting people in Street Fighter. Don't get discouraged. Get up.
Yeah,
Do
get
the
up, man.
weekend streams, bro.
When you fall off that horse, you get up and you eat that horse.
Plant your feet, get your center, and eat that horse.
I feel bad
Marcus,
for the
I'll
horse,
be
but-
there, especially on the weekends because I don't have to run around and deal with school stuff with the kids. So, especially come March, I'll be in a lot more people's streams.
Also, Marcus,
one
that's
thing
the
I'll say.
whole that's the whole point of this podcast was to be able to encourage new streamers and smaller streamers to kind of keep up with what they're doing and to let people know that, you know, from a perspective of someone who's got almost 2K followers to someone who's breaching 300 to someone who just hit their 100 mark, is that the grind is worth it, especially if you've got a community that backs you up, and you've got that.
Right. No, and I support you along the way, Marcus. I mean, I just met you through the chat when we bonded over your name, SI alone. I'm a big fan of them. But yeah, don't stop. I mean, I'll tell you one thing: it gets difficult, and your community has your back, and you just have to push through. And if you enjoy it, you're vibing with your friends, and you're having a good time. You enjoy playing games, and you have this awesome supportive community to uplift you. Then you're gonna knock down that fucking horse. And you're gonna eat that motherfucker with no problem. With no problem.
But overrated. Now is at the point where I'm going to tell you, you really need to get For Honor on the PC now if you don't have it already.
Well, he's got it. He's got it on PS4, so that means we can pull him into some of our matches.
Oh no, I'm saying I know that much, but I'm saying he needs to get on the PC,
You want me
especially
to?
on it with Marcus, because Marcus just got that bitch for the PC as well. There's a few people who are picking it up on PC now. So Tuxie, get your computer in order. Overrated, get that shit on PC, and then we can go ahead and we can get like a number of 4-man teams. Get the 4-stack going. Like
Also,
because-
the Flash and Friend, welcome to the chat. Tell Matt we say thanks for recommending us. Again, I'm apologizing for not being that attentive to chat as we're doing our podcast, but we're taking our moments.
Any friend of Matt's is a friend of mine. All right, just know that immediately, Flash. And dig in the name too. He is one of the goated in DC. Not as high as Batman, but you get the point. He's underrated.
Actually, Meow Meow is now doing moderator because that is the next question is, what's your guys' favorite games? What's ones that you can always kind of go back to and you're just like feeling like you never left it?
For Honor, Ghost of Tsushima, Cuphead. I don't do Cuphead on stream because it would just be too easy. Like... And yes, that's a big flex, I know, because I beat the absolute dog mess out of Cuphead. Like, very little struggles. There were my struggles, but not a whole lot of them. But definitely. I started playing Ghost of Tsushima again because I
Ghost
wanted
of
to
Sushi
beat it a
Man.
second time. Ghost of Tsushima. Like
Play at
it
max
was on
difficulty.
max difficulty. Like there's only one difficulty in. Oh wait, no, there's hard when you go to the levels. No, I got the game in black and white because I did it on pacifist mode. I beat the game, got the achievements for not losing a life against the Dice Man, beat the brakes off as the devil. Like it, if I go back to that game, it's just really be doing like big flexing. But I can play it again. Ghost of Tsushima, I would love to play it again on stream, but I don't know how a lot of people would feel about that because I really would just run the fuck through that game. But I will play Legends though every now and again, which I'll try to do it for community nights as well. And
Um,
obviously, For Honor, I could get back into. I don't play every single day, but every time I touch the sticks, it's like I just played 4 rounds.
could we put? I want to actually address Marcus and saying it's like him fighting a brick wall. It feels like that sometimes. It feels like you hop on that stream and even if nobody drops by, yeah, it does suck. But I mean, for me, at least the way I view it is, at the end of the day, you're doing something you enjoy and you love, and tomorrow's another day, and the next day's another day. You may have somebody raid you and drop 1,000 followers and 1,000 viewers on you. You might have somebody, with one person who says one comment and changes your whole day. And I think that's just the fun part. And the thing I love about it is that it's something different every day. It's it's hard sometimes, but if you push through, you persevere. Once you make it to the top of that goal you set or that mountain that you want to climb, sure, there's going to be another one for you to fucking go over and conquer. But as long as you don't sit down and stop and surrender and just be like drop the tools and stop moving forward, you know that's when you truly lose. You there's one thing that I would hate to do. It's not to try, because I mean, at least if you get beat down and you're on the ground, you went down trying and fighting. And it comes in different terms. You went down streaming and you went down giving it all you got, and eventually, when you get back up and you keep on getting back up, that wall is slowly going to tear away. You build over the wall, you knock the fucking wall down, you do what you need to do to get that wall out of your fucking way, but
You
don't let the
eat
wall
that
stop you.
fucking wall.
I wouldn't want to eat the wall, bro. I don't think it's eating clay and plaster, bro. It's not good for you.
Marcus, no,
But
I know how you feel when you're fighting a brick wall. Like right now, the podcast has got me at 19 viewers. It's gotten up to like 20, 21, 22. But average, I pull in like 7 to 10 people. But then there's days I'll come in where I will do my full 5-6 hour stream and I won't get more than 2 people in the whole thing. There's up days, there's down days, and it's feels like there's a lot more down days, especially when you're a smaller streamer. Um, it is a hurdle, and once you get past that hurdle, once you start building your community, because like it's great to have the outside communities, like having TBG's community, Wagnus's community, Rated's community, every community that you get involved with, but eventually you start building your own community. And once that starts happening, then that wall that you're experiencing right now is going to feel like it's not even a speed bump. It's like I've got a number of people in my channel now that TBG knows, but like he would have never have met if it weren't for the fact that my community started growing on its own, such as Bear.
Right?
And it's the fact that like once you start getting to the point where your own community is growing, at that point is when things start feeling easier. They start feeling more difficult at the same time, but it doesn't feel like it's so overwhelming.
Yeah, bad guys.
Take your time. But yeah, no, you keep up with that grind, basically be real, be you, and people will come for it. And so, anyways, to go back onto the topic that we were going at, Rated,
yeah, what's up?
what games do you have that you can just kind of go right back to and feel like you've never left it alone. Like, not even just like your streaming games, but like games you play offline or anything like that. Like, for me, it's the Souls games. Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Demon Souls. The amount of hours that I put into that game is absolutely ridiculous. From Dark Souls 1 to 3, I've put almost 4,500 hours into them each.
Just like going down a slide made out of recycled cheese graters.
But yeah, so what ones do you have that you just like you can go back to?
I have two main games where if I need to just chill and relax, I got two. One for a long day of just stress and rage, and I got one just to chill back and laid back and have a good time. Mad days, God of War. I gotta get me some, Ghost of Sparta, Chains of Olympus. God of War 3 was an awesome game too. The new one was also great. I'm waiting for Ragnarok. The God of War for rage. For just laid back chilling, it sounds cheesy, but Kingdom Hearts for me. There was always a game when I was younger, and it's just one of the games I stick with.
The third one was disappointing for me, though. I gotta say, like, it didn't hit. It didn't hit like I thought it was gonna. May it be the lack of the Final Fantasy characters, but
yeah, I do see that. Yeah,
but like, it's still a fun game regardless. Regardless, it's a fun ass game.
Yeah, no, very, very much so. I actually, like, I'm not even gonna lie, I struggle with the game too. Like, on easy. The game's pretty hard.
Man, I was playing that on proud as soon as I could. I was like, let's get it.
Mickey Mouse and his gang. You guys are gonna have to excuse me for a moment. And throughout the time we've been talking, I downed 2 water bottles and I gotta go, empty the drain.
Yeah,
I'll be right back.
So this will actually give us a chance to catch up on the chat here.
I gave him an exit.
So, Flash and Friends, thank you so much for coming in and following us during this podcast. Make sure to go and check out This Black Guy LOL and Overrated 1501. They're the 2 guests I have for the podcast today, and they're great guys. How's the chat going? It's going really well. We've got a number of topics discovered. We're about halfway through our list. And TBG called this yesterday that it was not going to be 2 hours.
Yeah. There's no way in hell, Tuxie. Honestly, the thing that might save your time is the fact that I had 2 calls from my son begging to go to Red Robin again tonight for dinner. And I'm like, it's Valentine's Day, man. Why do you want to eat cheeseburgers on Valentine's Day? I'll settle with, gross Chinese food at home before getting another damn burger. Like, that's just the thing. But, my boys like wimpy when it comes to them cheeseburgers.
I feel that.
Oh, man. So, you know what? I'm earnestly thinking, though, and just simultaneously, it was just yum. But I honestly was thinking, though, what if we do another Among Us night? Because I know that a lot of viewers tend to dip with Among Us. I forgot that game when we were talking about it. Like, we don't get that many viewers for Among Us, but I mean,
we could do it on.
Nice to chill.
I was gonna say we could do it on like a We Move Wednesday.
Yeah, it has to be a We Move.
Yeah, I'd be down.
Right.
Because like on Wednesdays, I mean, I get home a little bit later, but I could start the stream early on my end and jump in with you guys.
Mickey and the Goons. I'm just catching up. I just saw SI say Mickey and the Goons, and then I saw it's the meme stealers say Mickey Mouse and his gang. You gotta love it. It's a really good game though. Like, aside from the fact that it has Disney characters, it's not a bad game.
Zombie saying do one of those once a week and save them up to upload them to YouTube.
Yes, that'd be perfect. And I do want to point out for everybody in the chat, just one more time, I see y'all. Tuxie sees y'all. Overrated sees y'all. Don't trip. We got you. All right. And just to answer the quick question, Fire Phoenix, when the new map comes on, it's going to be on and popping. Like, everything's going to be put to a halt. We're going to try that new map out. We're going to try out all that other shit. And then you'll be able to kill me and then try to defend why you didn't kill me. Or get tossed out because I died. I mean, one of the two. We'll find out.
We should also, if we're going to do that, we should set up proximity chat.
Oh my god, yes. Yes. That would be so fun. But
I
I know
remember
one of
when
the questions you're going to ask me, and I'm going to ask you first, Tuxie.
Okay.
What new game or games that are coming out do you feel that you can't wait for? Like that you're the most like hyped about?
For Honor 2.
We
If
heard
I'm
about
being
that like
Yeah.
just a little bit ago too. Yeah.
Yeah, so For Honor 2 is definitely on that list. It's really hard to say because like a lot of the games that I was looking forward to just recently came out, and I haven't been paying attention to that side of things. Like the open world Star Wars game that is in development right now. That one, as soon as that comes out, it is going to be on my stream. I'm going to be playing the ever living fuck out of it.
Yeah, same here. I wanted to play the Fallen Order and I haven't even gotten the chance.
Oh my god. Stop with the For Honor for just a little bit and get on Fallen Order. That game is
Oh,
god.
Zombie was saying that he was talking about the podcast and not Among Us. That we should do this
I
once a
know.
week, and I thought he was talking about Among Us because that happened to be what we were talking about at the time.
Oh no, I knew he was talking about the podcast. Like nobody wants to watch us playing Among Us and screaming like
We're
once a
not
week.
we're not Saikuno and Undead Corpse or Corpse Husband or whatever his name is.
Or
Right.
Sweet Anita. Her
But yeah,
being
so
playing Among Us is amazing because she has Tourette's. So even if she's like a crewmate, she'd be like, "I'm the killer." Like,
Yeah.
like no, stop.
but yeah, no, it's just for me, it's that open world Star Wars game is probably going to be the biggest one coming up that I really want to get my hands on.
Bet.
Yeah, that's one of them for me. The second one would probably be Dead Island. That one came out. Dying Light 2.
I forgot about that one.
Ooh.
I
The
forgot.
first one was just phenomenal.
Mhm.
It's scary as shit at night and scary as shit in the day. It was a great game. It was one of those games that just I can't wait for the second one, and it's I don't know if it's delayed still. I heard they had delayed it.
Oh yeah, they deleted a few times.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't delay it down the route of CDPR's Cyberpunk.
Oh.
No, they need to delay it. Like I respected their decision to delay the game.
Right.
But everybody else were calling for blood, and then they rushed the game out, and then it was so bad and buggy that
Right.
the same people who wanted it to come out already complained about it not being good. Like
Right. I don't give Cyberpunk alone the game its fault. I give the community for putting the pressure to be pushed out when it's not ready. I think that's the worst thing you can do. Iron out all the kinks and all the bugs, and get something good out, and then don't give the game don't give. You're setting the game up for failure like that. You basically put it out and not knowing how to walk, and you shot it in the leg anyways.
right.
It had a lot of potential. I personally stopped playing it. Too much dialogue for me. I'd streamed it for like 2 days, bugged out on me a couple times. Too much dialogue. I moved on one day. But it could have had a lot of potential. It looked like a really good game from like maybe the 2 hours I played it.
Mm-hmm.
So then, what games are you looking forward to then? There.
2 or 3 games off the bat, because in the next 9 days, my entire schedule is going to be completely fucked. Persona 5 Strikers. I am so amped for that game, and it's going to take over the entire damn week. Like, depending on how it goes for the first 2 days, it might even trample over where we move Wednesdays. I'm like, we move to the side on Wednesdays, and we play in this game. That's number 1. Number 2, Nier Replicant. I was excited for that game as soon as they announced it. So I am ready to go. And the third one I just heard about and I just saw game footage for. And for all of y'all who like Naruto Ultimate Storm 4, Demon Slayer has a game coming out. And I just saw gameplay for it. I don't know when that game's coming out. I don't know if it's going to be within this year. I mean, there should be because they have gameplay for it, but still, I'm hyped for that. And as soon as it comes out, they get my money. Like, I'm just going to throw that out there.
It reminds me of the Fry from Futurama. Just shut up and take my money.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, exactly, 100%.
Got another phone call. Hold up.
So, like I was saying there earlier, Fire Phoenix is I did try to get into the game, and one of two things would happen: either I get too absorbed into doing something menial and I wasn't progressing, or I was just loading up my buddy's hut with dead fish. So, unfortunately, it's not a game I can get too into in depth. And I've seen some friends who have done their work on the game, and it's a life consumer. And I don't know if I'd be able to stream it and keep being how I am. I think I just get way into it.
Damn it. My son called again. He's like, I really want Red Robin. I'm like, N-word, no. Like, stop it. I didn't really say that for the record. I didn't really call my son a like that. That just don't work that way.
So then I guess the
And
next question would be we've talked about our favorite games. We've talked about our favorite upcoming games. The next one would be games that you have or games that you've played that aren't really well known. That you're just like, this shit's fire.
that we stream or just in general?
Either or.
Octopath Traveler, I figured it was well known, but a lot of people never heard of it, and they're like, "What is this game?" That's a game that I only played, I don't know, like a couple of hours of, and I am dead ass ready to do some more of it, but I just got to find the time to put in my rotation, which maybe sometime in March, as the kids are going back to school to have more time, I can stream in the daytime and the nighttime. I might just have the daytime for Octopath. Now, as far as other games that are absolute fire, because one thing y'all should know about me, I like all types of games except for racing. Like, I can't do racing games. I don't know why, I just can't. But every other genre of game I love: horror, fighting games, sports games. But my first love always has and always will be role playing games. Whether it's the action RPG like Nier, or it's like JRPG, like a traditional turn based like Persona. A good one that a lot of people slept on back in the day is the Suikoden series. If you never heard of it, look it up. The story is fire. The mechanics are beautiful. And for the game that came out on PlayStation 1, it was groundbreaking. And I would recommend that or the Breath of Fire series for like those who like the RPG styles games. Like all four of the Breath of Fire games, because the fifth one does not freaking count. Suikoden was not on SNES. That was PlayStation 1. Get your facts straight. Sorry. But it was like the Breath of Fire series, that was on Super Nintendo, then it moved on the PlayStation 1 and then the PlayStation 2. And we don't count the fifth one because the fifth one was ass, but that's another good one, I would definitely say. But Marcus is about to look real stupid here in a second. He's going to try and prove that. So, overrated. What about you? What game do you suggest that people slept on? Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Nier Automata. I can't keep stressing this enough. Nier Automata. Play Nier Automata. You will understand the hype in April when Replicant comes out. Play that bitch, please. I'm begging y'all, please play that game, because I'm thinking about redoing the series or like Automata for a stream. I don't want to spoil it for anybody because I almost cried real bitch tears playing that game. That game is so heat. That game is so fire. The story is amazing. And it touched them feels hella hard. And before I turn it over to you, before I turn it back over to you, overrated, I just gotta say, ha! Stupid. All right, go ahead.
I only have one, and it's an old ass game. It's an old ass game. It's Postal 2.
Wow.
So you know that one.
I know that one.
And that one, that's one of my like favorite like low key games, because not that many. It's too old for it to be relevant anymore. But I just the fact that it was just such an open world, just more real random free game. It was like, this is funny. I mean, like you could pick up a cat and fucking put him on the barrel of a gun and make him a silencer. Like, what the fuck is that? It was just it's just the randomness of the game. It was just random, and it was great. It's a cool game just to kill time.
You know what? That game was undercover fire. I will say that much. 100%. It was undercover fire.
So in my case, it's an older game, and it was originally released on PC, but it was ported over to the original Xbox. And I don't know if it was ported over to the PS2, but I know it was ported to the Xbox. It's Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2.
Ooh.
That's old. That's a little past my time, so I won't. I don't know that one.
Yeah, it is old balls. It'll be a command later down the road, Archangel.
KOTR. I haven't heard that in forever.
And there was another game that I played on the original PlayStation, Virtua Fighter.
You mean the prelude to Dead or Alive?
Except they've still got games coming out. Like, I think
which is,
they're on Virtua Fighter 9.
which is weird.
And if I'm going to throw another one into the mix, just to really kind of throw you all for a loop, Oddworld, Munch's Odyssey.
Oh, no, you, okay? No, absolutely not Munch's Odyssey. No, where's the track? Hold up. You're getting a whole track for this shit. Give me a second. As soon as I find this, ooh, this man over here coming here talking about Munch's Odyssey. Absolutely. You know what? I can't find it, and you lucky. You lucky I can't find it, because you were going to get hit with that Phoenix Wright track real quick. Munch's Odyssey was ass, all right? Especially in comparison to the greatness that was Abe's Odyssey. Munch shat all over that game and made nobody want to play that shit, all right? No, we don't talk about Munch. We could talk about Stranger at arm's length. But Munch, get the fuck out of here with that. Talk about that's fire. That game was trash. And I feel strongly about that in a couple of games, like Final Fantasy motherfucking 15. I could talk about that all day. But but that's another game I'm looking forward to. I completely forgot. Thank you. Another Abe game. Another Abe's Odyssey game is coming out for the PS5, and I need that shit in my life. But yeah, fuck you, Tuxie. That right there is your chicken tenders and the Alfredo moment. Munch's Odyssey is a good game. No, it is not. By definition, the game was a flop.
So the original question is, what game did you enjoy that was lesser known or underrated?
I enjoyed them chicken fingers, by the way, Tuxie. How did that make you feel?
We had this discussion yesterday. And your unrefined fucking palate. But if we're gonna go continuing with that, then the other one I gotta mention is Destroy All Humans.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Destroy All Humans. That's with me. I know that. Yeah, that was a good game.
One day, when you least expect it, you'll be taking a poo, and I'll be there.
I remember, this is old. I remember I got Destroy All Humans on a PS2 demo disc. You guys remember demo discs? It has like 4 games.
Yeah, I do remember that. I remember, and games would come with the demos of other games from the same company. Like in Munch's Odyssey, they had the demo for. It was like the precursor to Rocket League, but better.
Oh, with a really long title.
Yeah, Rumble was in there somewhere.
Yeah, totally awesome car Rumble, something along those lines.
Oh wow!
Tattoo Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills, head ass. I mean, I don't know the title of that game.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game.
Yes, yes. I could go on forever for the nostalgic games, because Marcus even pulled Parasite Eve out of his ass, and that
I haven't played that in forever.
I know, it pisses me off that Square is doing all these remakes and they're leaving that one on the damn shelf. They are literally wasting money not making a remake for that game. Like, Have you played Parasite Eve, or was that before your time? Overrated.
That's before my time.
Oh, you missed a good one, bro. You missed the golden age of video games. Like, you think games now are good. Like, you have your Prototype, and then you have like Kingdom Hearts and everything along those lines. But Parasite Eve, like Legend of Dragoon, Chrono Trigger, those were the games that built a nation.
I'm gonna
Marcus
throw one out
aside,
there.
just quickly to address him. I'm 20 years old, so I'm on the young end of the spectrum. I know older games, but I don't know them like that.
So we're going to
Like,
throw this one out here, and TBG, I know you're going to know this one, and this one might be before your time there, rated. Onimusha.
You lost me.
I never finished that game, and that's one of the biggest heartbreaks of my life. I have a Gokendantis action figure, NRFB, by the way, and I never got a chance to play that because my brother had it, and I didn't want to go in his room to play it the entire time.
Because he beat you?
No, because I like to play games without my pants on.
That is fair.
Gotta keep it fresh. You just gotta stay cool.
You know, I was gonna say keep it fresh, keep it breezy.
Yeah.
Well, that's like everyone's here talking about ages and shit, and Marcus is 34, Reggie is what?
36, the
Yep.
oldest in the chat, I'm sure.
And I'm sitting here at 29, turning 30 in 2 months.
22 looks like 14. Too much info.
Oh, please, Marcus. I'm pretty sure you thought about that. Don't give me that shit.
So, this next question, we're going to throw the obvious one out on the table. Rocket League is not following up on that question. The next question is going to be games that people want you to play that you really, really do not want to.
I'm going to throw this out here, and I'm going to be real when I say this. Any type of creation type game, all right? My imagination is very weak when it comes to actually putting pen to paper, all right? So everybody wants me to play Minecraft. I'm going to play Minecraft, but I'm dwelling playing Minecraft. It's just one of those games that if I play, I tend to shut up and focus while I'm looking for my diamonds and shit. But I don't know how to stream that one. 7 Days to Die on the same spectrum. It's Minecraft before adults. So I don't know how I'm gonna feel about playing that one, which is also how come I don't like playing Ark either, by the way, calling back to Fire Phoenix with that one.
So two things real quick. One, Moist Jesus, welcome to the chat. How's it going?
Oh, shit.
Please enjoy the podcast. I don't see you in here very often, so I had to take a moment to say hi. And Zombie is doing an oof impression right now. So we're going to leave it at that and then continue with the conversation.
I'm gonna be real with you, TBG. You seem like the guy who's gonna build the dirt house and tell me that you've only had it for a day and you've been in it for like a month.
Pretty much. Actually 2 months. It took me a month to build that house and then a month to actually chill in there because it's gonna be basic as shit. Like, that's the type of shit that is.
No, I stopped playing Minecraft for a good while, and it got really in depth with a bunch of random new shit that they added, and I'm lost on it. Like, I would play Minecraft back when it was in an alpha state, and that was like what, 2009. So they've added a lot.
They have, and I have a bunch of people that's telling me, when's that Minecraft stream coming? I'm like, bro. And I owe 4 hours of 7 Days to Die. I almost did that last night, but I was like, there's so many people here that I have on the list because it's Kaizo's turn because he wants me to play Fallout New Vegas for 8 hours, but he's not here, so I didn't do it. And then my brother wants me to play Far Cry 6 for 4 hours, but it got backdated, so I can't play that right now. And then I have a couple of people who haven't put a game out there yet. Tuxie, that reminds me, bro. You hit me with another 8-hour stream loot card. What game are you going to torture me with?
For Honor.
Oh, so that's 2 For Honor.
Yeah.
I can deal with that.
Interesting.
I can deal with that. I'll get into the discussion with stream loots with you later, Overrated, but I can definitely see myself doing some more For Honor. Like,
yeah.
it had unexpected results. Like I thought For Honor was a game that most people would dip out on, and then Cujo saying that the game looked interesting. Gohan actually getting it. Tuxie dusting off his PlayStation, apologizing to his wife, saying, "I got to get back into this." And then meeting you, like, how can I say no to For Honor for 8 hours?
Yeah.
And then also the last time you did that 8 hour, you hit that stream goal and shit exploded.
It really did. It really did. I'm trying to figure out. Oh shit! I have 48 hours. I just realized to do that, so I have to do it. I have to stream early on Monday, don't I? Shit.
What would it take for a 24-hour stream? Are you pointing that at me or at TBG? Because if it's
Or
me, it's
overrated.
going to... Or overrated.
Because he's the young one. He can handle 24.
Oh yeah, I could hang. Work would be the issue. I have to be on my day off.
Yeah, for me, it's basically I need to make sure I have 2 days off. Because as soon as that 24 hours done, I'll be like, all right, good night all, end stream.
Right.
Yeah. I think I'll still be fine. I can handle like an hour of sleep, and I'll be popping for my stream, like back on my feet.
Oh, I can
And
too. But it's just
what it's
like,
gonna
the
take for
24
me,
hours is going to be ridiculous.
Right.
what it's going to take for me to do a 24-hour stream is 360 more followers.
Fan
Okay.
would lurk a 24-hour stream.
You have looked at 24-hour stream. I was there for the long ass stream. Yeah, you were. I remember you hanging with me. It was nice. But
Yeah, for me, it's definitely the Rocket League is one that I really, really don't want to play again. And I'm in the same boat with you, TBG. The building games, creation games. I get myself too hyper focused, and I feel like at that point I'm not streaming. I'm just gaming, and I ignore the chat, and it's just like I don't want to do that.
yeah, it was Breath of the Wild for me because the reason why I didn't want to stream Breath of the Wild is I enjoy that game too much. It doesn't sound like it makes sense, but I enjoy that game too much that I want to be able to sit down and relax and not have to worry about the pressures of talking or people yelling at me for for not doing a puzzle correctly. But I've grown. That game has grown on me for the stream efforts as well. But no, it's just downright 7 days and Minecraft. I will do it eventually, but damn it, is it going to be a struggle?
Okay,
Siege.
so we're coming to the last question on our list here. Actually, um, is basically the exact opposite here. Is what games do you want to stream but you haven't got a chance to yet?
Overrated?
I'd say Ghost of Tsushima. My brother, my brother, whenever I go visit, he's like, bro, play it. You have the PS4 Pro, play it in 4K. And I'm like, I don't have an output, like my monitor doesn't output that. He's like, period, like yank it like out of his desk, like take my shit, play it. It's a good game. I'm like, all right, I'll hook up the PS4 on my TV and I'll play it. But I also want to play it on stream, so I'm gonna probably just be capped out to 1080. I heard the graphics on it were just astonishing on the PlayStation 5. I can't take advantage of that on the monitor I have. So I'm kind of like backed up. But I heard it's an amazing game with just a really amazing storyline. I think that's one thing like I want to jump into. I just haven't had the chance.
Yeah, I want you to stream that one. Like, I need you to stream that one. That is such an amazing ass game. I don't want to spoil a damn thing for you for that game, but it's so gorgeous. Game of the year, I don't give a shit what the awards say. Last of Us 2 shouldn't have been there.
Right, my
But
brother was the same argument, and I mean, I only got like to see like clips of gameplay of the game, and the game just looked beautiful. So, I mean,
yeah,
yeah,
it really is. It's a beautiful ass game, and if you don't stream it, I may actually have to travel all the way to California and uppercut you. So, like, just gonna say that.
I'll meet you halfway. I'll meet you halfway.
I appreciate that. But like, oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was out there not too long ago, like maybe about a month ago.
Shit, next time you're down in Vegas, let me know, bro. We'll party, Corona or not.
Say less.
But
I will spoil it.
a game I really want to stream that I haven't had a chance to as much, like I said before, Octopath Traveler. Like I want to play that game. It's just I have so much on my plate right now, and I don't know how many people would actually stick around and watch me play a JRPG. Like you fight samurai. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I read that one too. I was laughing.
I just read that. I'm like, what did he spoil? Oh Lord. But no, um, like Octopath Traveler is one of the games that I really, really, really want to stream more. Um, I thought the same thing for Ghost Runner, but I just said fuck it and ran with it last night, so that's off the list. But shit, any other games? Like, there's a lot of games I want to. Days Gone is on the list. Horizon Zero Dawn, I realized it's in my room and I never touched it, not a once. That's another game I want to be able to stream. Shit. There's a bunch, but I don't know if people are ready for it or if I have the time to do it. Like Hollow Knight, that's another one. I need to do Hollow Knight more. I played it one night for Kaizo, and I want to go through it again.
So for me, I mean, same thing. Hollow Knight. A number of the streamers that I follow have been playing, and they're like, "You need to play it. You need to play it. You need to play it." And I'm like, "I will add it to the list." And then it was put for free on the PlayStation Store last month, I think it was, or the month before. But it's in my library. It's just got to get downloaded and actually played. Another one for me is Jedi Fallen Order.
Ah, that should have been there for me too.
Yeah, yeah, that's one that I want to get
I
going. And
want to
then
watch you both. If you both play Fallen Order, please, for the love of all that is good and pure, play it on Grandmaster.
All right,
Just do it. Do it for me, especially you, Tuxie, since you like to parry all the damn time.
I can handle that. I mean,
uh,
I plan on being out by Best Buy. I'll see if they have the copy. I'll pick it up.
Because
the
it's essentially bro if you play it on Grandmaster.
Dark
And
Souls
that's
experience really cuts through for that. So
and that reminds me, man, that's another game really want to stream too. Again, is Sekiro because I still need to get the Immortal Severance ending, and I don't know if everybody wants to watch me just run through that game or run through and then get hit with a struggle wall because of my cockiness.
yes, zombie, you should. Uh,
Absolutely.
so another the last game that I want to mention that I want to start streaming more that I haven't had a chance to. I started it a little bit back. Uh, is Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Solid choice. I don't know how I feel about that one though. Like, I want to be able to play it, but I got so burnt out with the Assassin's Creed games. It's just like that's the next big one, but I don't know. I didn't even play like Odyssey yet.
I stopped in the Black Flag, so I'm a couple games behind.
Same, same. Black Flag was what did it for me. I was like, I'm not feeling it anymore.
So with
Yeah.
that is the end of our questions that we had prepared. Do you guys have any that you've thought of as we've been talking, or anything that you want to ask or talk about while we were still on air?
I have a question for you two actually,
Oh,
and this
sweet.
deals with moderators. Like, what are your guys' thoughts on the selection of moderators? Like, how many moderators are too much? What do you need to do to actually, become a mod? Like, those sort of things. Like, what do you look for in a mod, and how many?
So I'll answer this one first on my end. Personally, for me, I could have every single person in my chat as a mod, and it wouldn't be too much, as far as I'm concerned. Because if I'm going to make someone a mod, it means that they've been kicking around long enough that they know what to expect in the stream. They know what they want me to expect in the stream, and they know my rules and how to enforce them. On top of that, usually anyone who has become a mod in my channel uh, has been vetted by me and has a vouch from someone else who is currently a mod. If you don't get at least one of those two things, I'm not even going to consider you. As far as it goes for whether or not you have too many mods, I don't think there's ever too many mods, because in the end, it's just basically viewers who are helping maintain your channel. And so if you've got a stream like the other day, I was in TBG's chat. He had 40 people in his chat, and at least 15 of them were mods, and that was perfectly fine because like with that many people, someone is going to catch when shit happens,
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
that's my thoughts on it.
What about you?
I'm obviously on the smaller end of chats, so whenever something does throw down, I'm fairly able to manage it. I can look at it, but at the moment I only have two, and that's Zara King, my main man from the first day, because he's been a ride or die with me. He's been with me, and my best friend, which is Lancer. Because if I miss something, they'll see it. But again, on average, I get about like maybe 3 people talking at once, so it's not something I can't handle yet. Once it kind of blows out of proportion, I get like maybe 10 people talking at once, and the chat's scrolling faster than my eyes. I look like a slot machine trying to read the chat. Then I think it's time to add another couple.
You are a winner. Ha ha ha.
All right, but if you do add a couple, like, what's the criteria you're trying to get met there?
Like what Tuxie was saying, they if it's somebody I don't personally know, then they would have to shown like their presence in the stream, and they have to know the expectations and the rules, and what's going too far whenever, like, from just experience on seeing me how I handle the situation, kind of copy off of that. Like if I can see that this is just too much for somebody and it's starting to affect their ability to enjoy the stream, then I'll like, hey, tone it down, or I have to enforce something rather than immediately just get out of here and ban them or time them out. But it would have to be just kind of like seeing how I handle the situation and just throw your little twist on there. Obviously, if I see you mute a couple guys because they're cracking like a light joke of like, this guy looks like he's a taco eater, then I'll be like, hey, tone it down a bit, because I know it's not hard malice towards me. I mean, I'm Hispanic. I see it every other week. I can brush it off. So it's just, I think it's a little bit of like time and experience and just kind of situation. You get me?
I feel you. I feel you.
So
And
it's a little bit of all.
and I asked that question because I've had some people, they tell me, man, you have way too many mods in here. And then some people like, you got mods, but they're not really doing anything mod like. And it's like, I have these mods because uh, first and foremost, a couple of the mods that I do have, Marcus, LV Biggs, Krabs, like those are people I know in real life. Like they are my IRL friends from years ago. I've known Marcus for almost, actually, no, I take that back. Like 19, 20 years. I've known Marcus for that long.
Yeah.
And um I also knew Biggs for the same amount of time. Krabs I met when I was in high school. And I added them as mods as a show of respect because I know who they are. They know who I am. They know that if they actually try to fuck me out of anything, I will personally go there and karate chop the shit out of them.
Yeah.
Marcus, especially, who I've karate chopped and punched and kicked and set on fire. I have literally set Marcus' hair on fire. I don't know if he's able to grow hair right here anymore. And if he can't, Marcus, again, bro, I'm sorry. I thought you were gonna move. But aside from that, um the other thing is I have a lot of mods because, well, as I mentioned it, there are times where the chat does get completely out of control. There's nobody there to get my back, and I stream at odd ends at times. Like I'll realize I have 10 people in the chat, not a moderator in sight, and I'm like, you know what? I know who you are. You've been in my channel forever. You show great love and support. I got you. And then Arc, well, I made Archimod for a number of reasons because that 2000 dono, for the record, if y'all don't know who I'm talking about with that donation to the other streamer, his name is Trainwrecks. Huge name on here. And I felt like I lived under a rock because that was the first time I met him. And when that happened, Archangel actually went to bat for me. Like he clipped pretty much every single aspect of that conversation and put it on Reddit. And that brought like 200, 300 people to follow me. And he's there every single stream. and he supports me. He supports the Monster Squad, and I feel stupid for not mentioning the Monster Squad. That's the group that I'm with. It's a group of individuals come together as friends, and we're just playing video games. And now we're somewhat of a team, and we pretty much are trying to actually become an official ass stream team. And if you ever go into my chat and you just exclamation point squad and have everybody line up there. And Ark is there for every single one of us. He's a huge supporter. And he's been modding before there was an affiliate system on Twitch. So I'd be stupid not to recruit like Archangel. Like I would be 100% dumb. No, there was a lot more than 100, bro. There was like 200 people who came in just randomly. Like that came in and actually followed like off cam. I was devastated, like completely just shook. I was just like, I don't know what happened. What is this Reddit that you speak of? But the biggest things that I need to do when I'm talking to someone is I have to know who you are, I have to know where you came from, I have to see you and chat with you on a regular basis. And the last step is we have to have a heart to heart. And it has to be organic. It can't be you coming to talk to me immediately trying to get in my feels. Like that's not going to happen. It has to be just organic. Like your time will come. Like when death comes and takes you, I'll come and talk to you.
I
And
respect that.
right. And then the most important thing is I have to trust you're not going to abuse your power. And
Right.
before anybody says anything, yes, Gohan likes to shoot people, but he stays lighthearted about it. He's very much like Marcus in regards to his haterade. He'll shoot you and just not ask anything about it. You say something dumb, he'll shoot you for like 5 seconds or 10 seconds because it's in good fun. But when, shit gets real, nah, he's quick with the band hammer and he will shoot people immediately. Yes, Marcus, I called you a hater because that's what you are. You are a professional first class hater.
So then, Rated, do you have any questions, either directed towards us or even towards the chat? Really, you got yourself a pretty big reserve of resources here that you can kind of tap into.
Right. I I I don't work well with questions on like demand on Snap. They just come to me as I go, and then I'll be like, "Oh, that's something I need to work on. I need to figure that out," and I'll ask. But off the top of my head, I can't think anything. The most recent thing was the how long am I going to wait for the emote to get finished pending, and
And then it
TVG
came through.
answered, and then it came through randomly. They're like, "Hey, the emote's working." I tried using it, it was blank, and I was like, "Huh," and then it finally loaded in, and it was great.
Right.
Other than that, it'd be like nitpicking away at the stream and just trying to make it just better in any way possible. Like obviously, there's a couple things I'd want to fix. Like I need to tape down these fuckheads over here because they'll fall at random times of the stream. Like look, this dude has no body. It's just a nub.
It's just a nub.
So this guy goes top heavy with his big ass head, and he'll just fall over. He leans in this way, and he's just gone. The other ones are fine. So like just overall like little things. Obviously the mic quality will change as we go. The output settings, I mean, I'm maxing out everything I can. I mean, the Elgato's capped out at 1080, 60 FPS, and the bit rate I have it at 6,000. That's capped out. So for now, I'm just kind of stagnant. Now it's more of like how as me can contribute towards my stream as for you guys as entertaining, or what do you guys want to see me do? Like recently, we've been doing the singing, which is horrible on my end. It's the most embarrassing thing, but I also find humor in it, and I love it. I hate my voice. It sounds like a crab getting shoved down my throat when I'm singing.
Don't summon him.
So so we're all over the place, but I think as like I progress forward, the questions that will come up along like setting up Streamlabs to be able to pass through audio through Discord, and then how do I screen capture from OBS to actually record a game and be on stream.
Okay, so yeah, that's something
like
that we can talk to you about again after the podcast and all that.
Right.
So with the fact that we've gone through all of our questions, then I'm just going to open up the floor to the chat then to see if they've got any questions they want to ask us.
Let them flood through.
Marcus asked a question already when you asked that the first time. And Marcus, what it's going to take for me to get a DDR stream is either A, an office downstairs, so I'm not going to go ahead and do like fiddling on the roof on the second floor. B, Rona to leave so someone can actually use the phone to stream me playing in an arcade. And C, I don't know, give me like a couple of months to get back in shape because the last time I played DDR, I felt like I was going to absolutely die. I'm that out of shape.
um, damn.
Yeah.
So it's going to
I
be
used to play DDR a lot.
Hennessy, tequila, rum.
Nice.
I'm honestly, I don't drink often. I drink for casual drinking. I'm not of legal age, so I shouldn't even say I don't drink, right? But if I were to choose an alcohol, it would have to be Jägermeister.
I got you.
That and vodka, is a go-to.
Yeah, for me, it's always going to be rum or mead.
What are we talking about?
I love tequila and sing Vicente Fernandez. Oh, dude. Oh, Cazadores and all the other sort of tequila just fucks with me.
So that's favorite alcohol from Little Meow Meow. Zombie, can I look at the lump you have? No. Flash and Friend, favorite movie. So I guess on my end for favorite movie.
Sorry. I no. Okay, you're pointing to that. Yeah.
Princess
Mononoke was a
Mononoke.
goat. Princess Mononoke was a goat, bro.
And it's a little lesser known movie called The Whale Rider. And it's about Inuit, basically. It's a very emotional movie. So, like, if you're not ready to cry, don't go watch it.
And to answer Zombie's question, I have so many games that I play. It's hard to pin down all-time favorite. Like I have ran through Chrono Trigger 17 times. Actually, no, more than 17 times. I ran it through like 23 times in my life. Breath of Fire 3, I've played at least 6 times and beat it each and every single time. I played Sekiro a lot. I'm redoing Ghost of Tsushima. That game is visually beautiful. Link to the Past, by far my favorite. Parasite Eve, another great one. Abe's Odyssey and Abe's Exodus has been my childhood. Like, I can't just pick one favorite game. Instead, I have a top 5, and then those constantly alternate. I can't put one at the very top. Persona 5, it's in my top 3. Nier Automata, that stays in my top 3 as well. Like those are the closest I could tell you like what my all-time favorite games are. Ghost of Tsushima, Sekiro, definitely in there as well. Like it's just too hard to answer that question. Like I don't think I ever can. Even if I make an all-time top 10 list, like it'll never be the number one will never be the same 2 days in a row.
I'll say Super Mario Sunshine's like up there for one of my favorite games.
You bitch.
I've never touched Sunshine.
Oh,
I didn't
also
have
Paper
it
Mario.
for like the longest time, so I missed out on that.
They just remastered them on the Switch. It's like a whole 3-game combo.
It's a 3-game combo, which is gonna stay at $60 from now until like
Oh, until the lifespan of the Switch. It's a Nintendo game.
Exactly.
They're gonna milk the fuck out of it. Yeah.
So for me, it's obviously, For Honor is right up there. Pretty much
Right.
any decent Star Wars game. So we're not counting Battlefront, Battlefront 2. Old Battlefront 2, yes.
Yeah, old Battlefront.
I'm just going through the story in Battlefront right now. That's another game I should stream, but I don't know. I don't know if I want that. Story mode for Battlefront 2? What do y'all think?
I'd watch that.
Right? Worst game ever played. Oh shit.
Oh,
Well,
I got
there was Munch's Odyssey. That was one of them.
Didn't we already
Uh,
go over this?
we will never be done with this. Every time you bring up Alfredo, I'm gonna think Munch, and I'm just gonna get mad. All right, you done played yourself, Tuxie. But another bad one, Breath of Fire 5. I love the Breath of Fire series. That game, when Breath of Fire 5 came out and they changed the entire structure of everything and they turned it into a tactic style battle game, and then they also had the whole storyline being ass.
chicken
I
strips on
wanted
the
to
floor
fight
for beast.
someone. Final Fantasy 13 did the same thing. All right. This is a giveaway. Yes, Tyrone, welcome in. Ark, shout out Biggs for me, please, if you can. That man, he started streaming. He's about to get affiliate. What, Monday, tomorrow?
Oh shit.
Fallout 76? That was another bad one. A terrible one. Holy shit. But Bean Battle, probably the worst game I've ever played in my entire life. Like, so much it warranted the censor because I meant that shit. But what about you, Overrated? What was the worst game you ever played in your life?
Oh, it's a. I was young, so it was literally Wizard 101 on the PC. So I wouldn't even count it as a like legit fucking game.
Young,
Oh,
young.
man.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. I mean, I would play Toontown at the laundromat because you throw a quarter and the computer would let you play it. So, other than that, it'd probably be it was a Cat in the Hat game for the fucking Game Boy Advance. That shit was horrible. That's about it.
You got people in the chat right now who are ready to fight you because you're saying it's a terrible game.
Look, at the time it was fun. And don't get me wrong, I was entertained.
Biggs just pointed out another bad one. And yes, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, by far, one of the worst games ever. Look it up. You even got the angry video game nerd saying, "Don't buy this game if you could buy it for $1." That is
Aladdin Adventure. I know we already talked about it.
I was actually about to mention Aladdin Adventures.
And do great.
I wanna like I know we talked about it. I want to pull us back in. There was one game that I did feel was never appreciated as much as it could have been, and it was Ghost Rider, the game for the PS2. I think it came out for the Xbox, but Ghost Rider, it was a really cool game. I think it was really underrated.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I slept on that one too. I heavily slept on that one.
So
Another
with
bad
that,
game. Oh, go ahead.
say with that, I think I'm going to close the floor now. We managed to hit 2 hours and 38 minutes.
Shit.
That's true. If you don't put a limit on us, we'll
if we
we'll
don't pump the
ramble
brakes,
on.
if we don't pump the brakes on this, we'll hit another 5 hours. We'll be going straight into my actual stream.
It's gonna be yesterday all over again, or this morning all over again.
Yeah.
My
I've
wife
been for like 3 hours.
Valentine's Day.
So that
Oh,
said,
wow.
ladies and gentlemen, everything in between and everything outside that box, I will be back tonight at probably around midnight, 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, and we're going to be doing Shinobi Sundays.
Right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so whether or not these two are going to be joining me for that, we shall see. But it's going to be Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 4, and we're basically going to be beating the shit out of each other.
This is
I
true.
have it downloaded, so I'm
So
a part of it.
if any of you guys happen to have it, hit us up in the Discord. We'll get you added into the roster, and we'll get some shit sorted out. We are going to send this forward as a raid, because why in the fuck not?
Do you want some closing music, Tuxie?
Sure.
You have Careless Whisper by any chance?
I don't. Oddly enough, I don't.
Damn it. That would be perfect.
Standby, though. I'm gonna stick with the old standby. Here you go.
And so, speaking of the Monster Squad, we're going to go ahead and send this forward to Unhollowed.
Unhollowed's on? What the shit? Hold on 1 second. Hold up. Yeah, he really is on. I'm sorry. I just looked at the list to see who was on, and Snowy Poutine is on. Playing I
Oh,
Love You, Colonel Sanders.
Snowy Poutine. I've been wanting to read them for a while. How do I spell their shit?
Hold up.
Yeah, give him that shout out.
And of course, since she's not in here, it gets tossed back to my name.
Oh, that's okay. So we're just going to go ahead and hit enter, start that raid. So for those of you that are subscribed, you've got the raid message I'm going to drop up right now. TBG, if you wouldn't mind giving the generic raid message while I do that.
Generic asteroid message coming up. Rena's live too. Jesus.
Yeah, this is what happens when I stream way before I normally do.
Right? So I got some work I gotta do here. Alright, so let me just go ahead and do the generic tier 1, or Tuxie did that one. Let me go ahead and take care of the non-rated real quick. Alright, and then copy. I think I just, there we go.
So, guys, thank you so much for coming in today and experiencing the first ever Tuxie Talk show. This is something I do want to do more down the road. So expect to see more of it, and we'll see if it's with the same cycle. You know, if I get different guests, it'll be something that just kind of happens as it happens.
Zombie just said wait, but I don't think we're gonna get that time to wait. This is entertaining, and we are
out.
Oh,